Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, 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 yo, go, go, go.
Oh, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. We have a very special guest tonight. And we're also going to have Miss Norma. She feels up to it. Come up on panel. Here's the link. And we're also going to have Karen come up tonight, and possibly Brenda if she comes in. Brenda and Karen know Rick One Ball a little better than I do. So I thought it would be fun to have them join in the conversation. And Norma is my trusted partner in crime over on Real Life Happens. And so we're going to start collaborating some more. And she'll hopefully be up tonight. And then on Sunday at 4 p.m., we'll be over on Real Life Happens channel. Just kind of catching up and chit-chatting and seeing what's been happening in our lives and figure out what we're going to do. I've got some exciting things to tell you all about tonight. I know I went live a few minutes early because I was too excited to wait. So Norma, if you want to grab that link and come on up, I would love to have you. First of all, Mr. Rick One Ball is going to be our first of many, I hope, special guests that we have on Friday nights. I'm going to reserve that time slot, Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. And hopefully we will have a lot of different YouTubers who want to come on and talk about their channels, and just people in general that want to come up and maybe be interviewed or do a little Q&A with us. So that's going to be really exciting and fun. And I want to thank Mr. Rick One Ball as being our first special guest on the Friday night special guest segment. Also, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I have bottom teeth. Yes, I do. I got my teeth on Wednesday. It was a long 5 months. I broke my bottom plate back in September and went through the process of having these dentures made, which I think they're pretty. But I've only had them for 2 days. So I got them Wednesday, I've had them Thursday and today. So my speech is still not back to normal exactly. And I do have 2 sore spots. Thank you, Kristen. I do have 2 sore spots, one right in the center on the top and one on the back of the bottom in the inside. Now, neither one of those are going to last very long. They're going to get better. They're going to that skin, that area will toughen up with time, having the new dentures there. I went through this with my other set of dentures 10 years ago when I first got them. And it's just a process. It's something you have to go through. You have to learn how to talk all over again. You have to learn how to eat again. And I've been crunching on some stuff too, people. That's the one thing I missed. I am definitely a salty snacker. Chips, cookies, crackers, nuts, all of that kind of stuff. Raw vegetables, anything like that that you have to crunch. And so I've been doing all of that and really working these teeth in a little bit. Hello, Purple. Welcome. And so we're just waiting on Mr. Rick One Ball to pop in. And we're also waiting for Karen and for Brenda and for Norma to pop up. As soon as they do, I'll share this link again and we'll get them up here on panel and we'll get started. I love everything crunchy, and I have missed not being able to eat the crunchy foods. It's also been hard to eat normal foods because you just don't chew well without teeth. That's why we have teeth, to chew up our food. So I'm very excited about having them. It was a long process, but I'm glad. Purple, you know the topic. We're going to have Mr. Rick One Ball come on here very shortly. As soon as he comes in. Right now we're talking about my new teeth. See how pretty? I finally have a brand new set of dentures. Took me 5 months through the process of getting them. Hey, Karen, I'm going to drop the link for you, babe. I think the best part about having them is I don't feel so self-conscious now, which is good. I'll be able to start recording some videos of me talking and showing you things. I have been pretty much just behind the scenes because I wasn't real confident without my teeth. So I'm excited. Okay, hopefully people are going to start coming in good, and we'll start getting our guests up here and we'll get this party started. Those of you who know Rick One Ball, he does sports commentary, has a podcast here on YouTube at Rick One Ball. He does everything sports related, talks about all kinds of things. Okay, here comes Miss Karen. Let's add Miss Karen. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good.
You see my pretty teeth?
Yes, I do.
They'll probably be hurting me before this is over, so I'll keep them.
Get them put in.
I got them on Wednesday, and so I've only had them Wednesday, Thursday, and today. And I already have 2 sore spots, but I go back in 2 weeks. I can get them adjusted if they bother me after that.
Your screen is all like
I know, and I was trying to figure that out. I don't know if it's my internet, because when I look on my I guess it's on my phone and my iPad, so I think it's my internet. I'm going to change my internet.
Rick Two Ball is here.
Rick is here. Rick, I'm going to drop you this link.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, Rick, wait a second. Let me drop this for him. All right, and there's Miss Norma.
Who's Norma? Oh, I met her, didn't I?
Yeah, Miss Norma is my partner in crime on my other channel.
Oh, she's not the lady in the counseling.
No.
Okay, so no, I didn't meet her.
No, this is we started a channel almost a year ago called Real Life Happens, and we had to kind of step back because she had a lot of health problems. There she is. But now she's had her back surgery and she's feeling better, and we're getting ready to get started again over there too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Welcome, Miss Norma.
Hi.
You look so pretty tonight with your hair down.
Well, thank you.
Rick, did you grab that link?
Hi, everyone in chat. Did you put it in the Discord that you were going live?
Oh, I forgot.
Natalie.
And I forgot I was going to try to get a hold of Karen too, but I forgot.
I am here.
I mean, Brenda. I'm sorry, Karen. I was looking at you. That's why I had your name on my brain.
I'll text her.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. What the?
Okay.
I'll mute because she doesn't
Okay.
always answer her text.
Okay. Well, he said he was here. We're waiting on you. I'm so excited to have a special guest. I'm streaming this over there, Norma, too.
Oh, okay. That's good.
It's kind of weird because I got it pulled up. I can see the chat over there, but over here it's like whenever I type something, it types both of them. Okay, Rick, no problem. He says give him about 5 minutes. So Norma and I are going to have a live on Sunday on Real Life Happens channel. Let me see now if I can drop that link. I think I'm going to do that. If you haven't subbed up to it, I'd appreciate it if you go over and sub up to that one. That was our original channel.
Yeah.
We have a lot of funny videos on there.
Yeah.
Oops. I'm having technical difficulties. There we go.
She's coming.
Okay, good. Hey, Trouble.
She's like Waldo. You never know where she's going to be.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I was over at Debbie's wood burner.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. They have an
yeah.
option.
Hey, KK.
Hi, KK.
Well, I was hoping I could get it that way, but it doesn't look like it wants to split me. Here we go. No, that puts me right back here. Oh, well. It is living my best life real life happens at 9076, right, Norma?
I think. I don't know. Hold on.
I thought I could get it on here, but it doesn't let me. I do have it on a banner, though. Hold on. I'll switch this banner real quick. Oh, there's the whole big long one on that. That's not the short banner.
Well, let me do it on my phone.
Okay.
Well,
There it comes. Well, oh, he fell off.
Who, Rick?
Yeah. All right. He'll be back. There he comes. No, there's Brenda. There we go. Hi.
She looks like she's sitting in a bra.
Are you in your bra? Her phone
No,
says,
no, I just seen the strap.
No, don't talk. Don't talk.
All right, I'll leave you alone.
we're going to have a show tonight, ladies. Oh,
I had a busted chops.
KK, what are we doing tonight? We are having a special guest, Rick One Ball. He's been on YouTube for a while. I'm sure everybody knows who he is. He's a sports commentator, has a podcast, and he is hilariously funny, and we just like to talk to him. And so we are trying to get him up here tonight as our special guest. There he is. Well,
You're the baby. Well, he's having a time.
there he goes.
Where am I from? I'm in Pennsylvania, but originally from New York.
Oh, he fell off again. Let's see. I'm going to keep trying to add him.
He only has one ball. He can't bounce.
Exactly.
Mm.
I don't see what's going on. Can you guys hear me?
Can't
We can
see you.
hear you. We can't see you, though.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what the hell is going on.
The Poconos. KK. Oh, Rick, I wanted you to show your backyard. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure.
He's got a video on his
We lost
channel
Brenda
now.
and him.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. I'm going to drop a new link because maybe that's the problem. I don't know. But he does have a video of his backyard now on his.
Oh, you seen it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like he's in a park somewhere?
It's a huge backyard, but it's a huge house too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see that if that happens again. Yes, always loyal is somebody that I met over on some of the Christian stations I've been going to, or channels I've been going to. And KK, there he is. Now let's see if this will work. KK is the bingo lady.
Hey, there you are.
Woo!
I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Oh, goodness. How have you been?
I've been great. How you ladies been?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting. I know you're like, where's this jackass?
No, it was fine. I went on a few minutes
You were
early 'cause I
floating
was
with that
so
balloon
excited.
somewhere.
It's ice water.
Oh,
Karen, hey, it's nice to see you, Karen. I usually see the screen, but you got your hair done real nice today.
No, this is how I look most days. Believe it or not, I just choose not to always go on camera.
Oh, I see.
Mm.
And the lady on the other side of you, Miss Norma, she's my partner in crime. We have another channel together
Oh,
that we
really?
started about a year ago. But we haven't done a whole lot on it because she had some health issues. So I started this channel in the meantime.
In the
But now
meantime,
she's better, and so now we're going to be going back and forth on both of them. So
Yeah, I gotta,
she wanted to be up here tonight too. So Norma, Rick One Ball, this is Norma.
hey, Norma.
I said I'm a little bit older than Echo. Quite a bit older than Echo.
Purple
No,
Phoenix,
no,
you
I
had
don't
on my
think so.
channel. Well,
That's
Purple,
okay.
nobody really goes on camera on your channel, so I figured
That's
everybody was going
right.
to be on camera. So I figured, well,
We got to be on camera tonight.
so they're going to go on camera tonight.
Right. What's your other channel about? Living
Well,
my best
we started it. It's called Real Life Happens, and
life.
it was the idea behind that was just that whenever we tried to do anything, real life would get us. We'd have technical difficulties. We'd have somebody would be sick.
Mhm.
Something that would happen, and so we didn't know anything about the internet, and we didn't know how to come on StreamYard or anything about YouTube or anything. We had met in another chat room and decided, hey, we can do that. It looks easy enough. Well,
Yeah.
it's not that easy.
Nice.
And so when we started out, we had every difficulty we possibly could have. And so we kept saying, well, there goes real life again. Got us again, So this real life happens. But we cover a lot of women's issues and cooking and crafts. Norma does a lot of crafts. And, I like plants and do some health stuff. And, we just whatever. But it's more for any age woman.
Yeah.
This channel here is more for the 60 and above crowd. Although
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
not everybody wants to join my club.
I just turned 54 and I was having a breakdown.
Yeah. When I say, you're in the 60 club, they don't like
Brenda,
that.
and then Brenda telling me about mud flaps and shit. Please.
Hey,
all this shit.
that was so damn funny last night talking about mud flaps. That had me laughing so hard.
I'm telling you, man, I had fucking nightmares for days.
Yeah, because she wants to watch TV. She watches
And then Purple telling me, well, just go and get.
Hey, Brenda is so damn funny, man.
Oh,
She was up here a minute ago and we lost her. She's supposed to be trying to come back. She is
trying to get on a
her phone.
computer. Oh my God, the shit we talk about. I'm telling you.
I
And
tell you.
nobody mentioned anything. And last night, all of a sudden, the mud flaps came up, and I'm like, no.
Hey,
I
swear, I swear, you ladies are the most fun. I need to find me a group of 60s, close to 60 women to be around in the flesh.
We're in the well, I think most of us are in the 40s, 50s,
40s, 50s.
You should get your wife to join us. We'll corrupt her.
There's Miss Brenda
Good.
trying to come back.
Yeah, we'll corrupt her.
It didn't bother me hitting 40 or 50, but hitting 60 was like, what?
I liked my 30s and
happened?
40s. I liked my 30s and 40s. I didn't like hitting 50. 50s have been like, it just sucked. It sucks since I hit 50.
You always hear people saying, I don't feel different. I don't feel any different. You got, what age did you start feeling different?
Well, 50s have been it's just been bad luck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I didn't start feeling different till I hit, it's probably about 64, and I'm 66.
It's been bad luck since I hit 50.
Yeah.
It's just been just bad luck.
Brenda's trying, y'all. There she is.
I mean, it's just been bad luck. That's all.
Hey, Purple. Hey, Bling. Hey, Kristen. Widow.
Oh, I didn't see Bling. Hi, Bling.
Where's Bling?
Echo, Dennis is making fun of your talking.
Dennis is.
Yeah, he's going, y'all.
Y'all.
I don't want to see Bling.
Well, tell him to come to the camera. Mr. Norma, come on over here to the camera, please.
I see people saying hello to Bling, but I don't see her.
There she is. I see her
Right
now.
there.
Hi, Bling.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
I ain't a she. I'm sorry.
No, Mr. Norma, you know I love you.
Yeah,
I got my new teeth in.
yeah,
That's
see,
why.
is that why y'all know that though?
Let's see him.
Yeah, that's the other thing I got to look forward to.
nice.
I have all my teeth ripped down.
Nice.
See, I have had dentures for 10 years, but I had broke my bottom denture. I dropped it and it broke right in half. And so I had to go through and get new dentures.
Exactly.
Well, because of my insurance, I had to pay for one plate last year and one plate this year. So it's taken me 5 months to be able to get my dentures.
You have
So
one.
I just got them on Wednesday.
You had one of them.
Yeah. Well, but I didn't
That's
have
two
to pay.
great things then. You got a new car.
Yeah, I didn't have to pay anything for my teeth. My insurance covered it 100%, but I had to split it up. So we did one last year, right at the end of the year, and then one the beginning of this year.
Wow.
But you know what? When I went in there Wednesday to pick them up, the lady goes, "You can have the top or the bottom." And I said, "What?" And she said, "Yeah, we have to charge your insurance, for the other one. So you can only have one or the other." I said, "Oh, no, you go talk to the dentist." I'm going to work it out with my insurance company. And I'm getting both of them
I'm
today.
taking both home today.
There you go.
So,
Now you just need a man.
Both of them while you're at it.
Oh my God, I didn't even see that guy behind you. Scared the shit out of me.
That's Mr. Norma.
Mr. Norma.
Hi.
What's going on, man?
Mr. Norma.
That's why Echo calls him Mr. Norma.
Yeah, I call him Mr. Norma.
I get
Well,
called.
see, now you got a new car. You got new teeth. Now you just need a new man.
Oh my God.
Okay.
What?
My car's not brand new.
Hey, him with
Well,
Larry.
it's still a new car. Well, you're not going to get a brand new man. He's got to be broken
No.
in by now.
Oh, hell no.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want me no old man. Not
You
old
want a young one?
She
Not
wants
real young, but not real old either.
How old do you
I don't
want
want
him
him
to be?
like 1 foot in the grave already,
Shit, I do, and I want him rich.
I always say I married the first time for love, so the next time it's going to be for money. Definitely for money. But
If I'm going
I
to
don't
be
know.
truthful, I want him like
Patsy.
actually 1 foot in the grave and partial the second one in. Wait, I'm going to tell them. I'm going to say it like how I want it.
I don't know if I even want one. My life is pretty
Nah, I don't want
full,
one.
pretty full, just the way it is. Good night, Peaches. Yeah, that'll definitely.
You're doing a bed already? Oh, Karen, they clipped that shit.
Oh, he's bringing us the baby.
They're always clipping it. I love his son.
I do too.
Rick, you
Hey.
gotta be. Are you practicing on a second one yet?
First, I got a daughter. She's 8. And my son is 2.
I never seen your daughter.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to see her. She's at an after school program right now. But I'm gonna have to let her definitely.
Yeah, you got to go on his channel. She had a birthday party.
Oh yeah, she just had a birthday. Absolutely.
Oh, I told you no.
What's her name?
Her name Raya.
Tells me
Maya.
you
Maya.
Mhm.
asked him.
Yeah.
Asked
And they all went to Disney last year, and they said they're ready to go back to Disney
Oh,
again.
ready for
I didn't
sure.
see her in Disneyland last year.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Right when the video starts.
yeah.
Where the fuck was I?
You were saying, hey, we were,
I know I was saying hello to everybody, but I didn't realize it was your daughter. All I worried about was going on the roller coaster ride with you.
right. No, she,
Yeah.
yeah,
Are
I
all
got
those
you.
other people in that video are your immediate
I
family?
knew it was his whole
Oh
family.
yeah. Oh yeah, we got a big old a big old family. And yeah, it's just it's like everybody nowadays you're going through something and you need the family like for the community so they they can help you through things and everybody it's just the way the world is now everybody just stays in their own corner and kind of forget they even have family but I don't like that at all. I like to everybody get together,
Yeah. Yeah, that was great. When I saw that video, I said, "My gosh, he's got a huge family. That's wonderful." I have a very small family, so.
Oh, you got a small family?
Mm-hmm.
Bring him
Yeah.
closer to you.
Bring them closer? Okay.
Yeah, you got him like he's in the background. Damn you.
He says, "Rick one
Let
ball,
him
and Rick
be
one ball
part of
junior."
us. Hello, sweetie.
Hello. Ricky, say hi.
Hi.
Rick.
Like, who the hell are all these people?
He's like, who are you guys, my aunties?
doing?
Sure, he can be your auntie. Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Nah, yeah.
He's
no,
always
we
so good and quiet.
Mhm.
What do you do to him? Drug him up before you come on here or what?
Yeah, I drug him up. I actually give him a lot of melatonin before I bring him on.
Do what?
A lot of melatonin, get him right. Now he just observing sometimes. He just, if he don't know what's going on like this type of stuff, he just take it all in and just be quiet.
He's like a sponge, yeah.
Yeah, he's not like my granddaughter who has to be in the show and climb all over the computer and everything.
I just missed out.
Yeah, he's in California, Widow. He's 3 hours behind.
He's adorable.
Yeah, that's why when he said 7 o'clock, I was like, 7 o'clock my time or 7 o'clock your time? Because that is the difference.
Yeah, Widow, I'm in Sacramento, California. Where you live, Widow? He said it's dark out there. Because you're in Georgia, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I may
We're all
know.
going to camp out in his backyard. It's big enough.
Yes, his backyard is huge.
I still care. I still remember that, how everybody was like, where are you, in a park?
Right. No, I'm just walking around the backyard here.
But that was like so funny. She said, I live in Sacramento.
What?
Widow. Oh, I lived.
Oh, she lived.
Oh, yeah.
I live.
I'm like, hey.
I understand. Yeah, we're over here hiding out. We're keeping Rick a secret. You know, we just been telling everybody for days that he was coming.
Yeah.
Did you ever try being in a commentator for basketball?
I've
Like
never
as a job?
No, I would definitely be open to it for sure.
But you never tried out for it?
No,
No.
I never tried out for it. I've actually been getting some Brenda, what's going on, girl?
Hey, baby, how you
Oh,
doing?
she's
I'm trying to
saying
get up here and I'm waving.
I know. It's like where's Waldo tonight?
Yeah.
We kept losing you.
I know, it's my phone.
Oh,
The damn computer. You got a computer. Why are you never on the damn thing?
I'm always on it. That's the problem. I'm charging it. And then I get off. I get on my phone. I'm making phone calls, talking to whoever. And then I go, I got to go on live because I know I couldn't remember if it was 7 our time, my time, or 7 your time. So I got all screwed up with the times. So I'm sitting in Iris's and I'm like, oh my God. And then Karen calls and I'm like, okay, that's right. All right, I'll be over. I'm coming.
Brenda,
Yeah.
keep your computer plugged in.
I do every time I put it up.
Mine is plugged in right now. My computer is never unplugged.
Well, the problem is I need a
I'm plugged in
cord.
all the time
I
too.
need that extension cord because it turns my computer like this, sideways. So
Oh.
I can't keep it straight. So I'm always gonna have my hand like in front of it. So
Well,
it
move
doesn't-
your ass to another seat.
There's only 2 chairs. It's a
She
small
likes
table.
that seat.
I do like this seat. I like this side of it.
You are a rip. Because whenever somebody gets on, oh, my phone's going dead, my computer's going dead, I'm like, how do these people's phones, everybody's things are dying? Like, what the hell?
I know. Well, my phone's either ringing or my kids are calling me or somebody's wanting to talk about something. The doctor's trying to get prescriptions today.
Oh, God, don't go there again.
Oh, I'm
guess
telling you.
I guess
Hey.
it wasn't a good thing.
No.
Misty just caught what I did. Misty just caught what I did. So my son was just choking on one of these tangerines, and I seen some of the tears coming out of his eyes. He started doing a choking motion. I did a quick wipe through of his throat and just took it out real quick. But she just caught me do.
Don't choke, baby. My granddaughter
No.
loves those little tangerine, little mandarin orange sections.
Oh, you love them,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're good.
Mm-hmm.
The kids love them too.
Misty C just said, Rick, you handled him choking like a pro. I didn't even catch it.
You didn't even catch it.
Well, I saw you jump up, and I was like, something's going on, but then you didn't say anything. So I was like, okay. They say you're
I'm too
not
busy
supposed to make
concentrating
big
on
deal,
Brenda to keep her shit charged.
because then kids will think every time they do have a problem swallowing something, like it'll freak them out if you
Yeah.
do like freak out. So you're supposed
Yeah.
to be calm. Although that's hard to do when you think your baby's choking.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is. It
that's
is.
hard to do.
I hate
Okay,
when
so
they turn him over and they pound him on the back. I'm like, don't pound him on the back. That's the worst you can do. You know.
Really, because then they'll go, suck it on
Yeah,
in there.
and-
Okay, who's going to ask the first question for Mr. Rick?
That's good.
I want to see his backyard again.
You want to see my backyard again? Okay, we can do that. That's the question.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
no, that's not a question. It's a demand. It's a demand.
It's amazing.
It is. It's just amazing, you know, because it's like, where the hell are you? I remember when everybody asked you, we thought you were at a ballpark. Don't show the whole panoramic view at first. Just stand there and like look at the
It's
way
a little
it is,
messy
and then
back
you
here,
see
but
the view.
You been getting a lot of rain over there?
it's you know. Can you guys see?
No,
No.
we see you still in the house. You're frozen.
You see? I'm frozen.
Yeah.
You're frozen, yeah. Like you're
Okay.
still in the house.
Okay, let me fix it. Where about now?
You're still in the house, frozen.
Get your shit together.
Okay.
There we go.
Did you
Now
see
you're
it?
moving.
Yeah,
You didn't see
you're
it,
in the
huh?
house.
You're in
No,
the
you're in the
house.
house. What's up?
It just went out.
Ah.
He's frozen.
Oh, now we lost them all
He knows.
together.
They'll be back up.
Huh?
Mhm. He's funny.
Mr. Bobby.
Okay, you guys, we got to think of some good questions.
Well, I basically know a lot about him already.
About baseball.
No, but don't
I
say
know. I
what you
would ask
know.
him.
Ask it as a question.
Yeah.
He's gonna wonder why I'm asking him the questions I already know.
But we're all going to ask questions.
I'm not sure what happened.
I don't know either.
All right, why are you back in the house?
Well, I'm back in the house, but I'm trying to figure out why.
There
what
you go.
happened.
Oh, Lord.
Well, all that stuff wasn't there that day.
Nah,
Yeah.
but it's
Okay. The kids got a pool there.
yeah. Kids got a
Good
pool,
for the
got
backyard.
soccer goals.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that yard.
I know. I'd love to have a yard like that, all fenced in.
Yeah, all fenced in.
And
But the way he was standing, we were like, he was like in the grass, like it was like you didn't see any houses. And the way he was standing, we're like, where were you at a park?
yeah, yeah.
No, I'm in my yard. Why?
I was standing right in the middle of the yard, and it was funny. I remember that.
Yeah. So. And it is. It's
Okay.
a big ass yard for like California, you know.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
California.
what got
So-
you into basketball? Right.
Yeah.
What got me into basketball is like playing at a young age. I was on the elementary basketball team. Took it really, really seriously. I was the type that when on game days, I was like, "Mom, I got to get these shoes. I got to get these shoes. The new Air Jordans just came out, Mom. I got to get them." And my mom would be like, "But you already got some." I was like, "Mom, please, I need these shoes. I got to play like Michael Jordan." And she used to give me some of the times, like at least 3 times a season, she would give me some shoes and everything. But I used to fold my jersey up, put it in a duffel bag, and get it ready. And I just loved the game.
Did you grow up struggling as a kid?
Oh yeah, for sure. Inner city, absolutely.
Oh, you grew up in the inner city.
Absolutely. But I'm not the type of mom. My mom and my dad had divorced, but they were together for a lot of my childhood. But then they divorced. But I had the type of mom where you didn't really realize that we didn't have too much. You didn't really realize that because
Right.
it was so much love. It was so much she didn't let you couldn't think anything else but just that you have it all.
You thought
know,
you were set, right?
yeah, I thought I
You
was
didn't know
set.
any different, you know. You didn't know any different.
Mhm.
Now,
And
how
that's good. That's good.
now
Mhm.
growing up in the inner city, what made you stay away from the gangs and all that?
Yeah, what made me stay away from him is because like I did to dabble in a little bit, like as you growing up, you're trying to figure out like your identity and who you are and things like that. So you would see me in some pictures, I was throwing up gang signs and like doing what the other kids do, saying blood and everything like that. But I knew ultimately that wasn't me, and
Right.
I knew that pretty much I was more of just a ladies' man, you know.
You were up till like a year ago.
Right. So. Right.
Let's truth be told, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm more of just like a ladies' man. So it was easy just to kind of just stay in my own lane and get away from that crowd,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough when it's all around you, though. You know.
Yeah.
My son struggled with it too. He was like, "But Mom, and I'm like, "I know, I get you 100%,
Mhm.
And but he stayed out of him. He stayed out of him, which
Yeah.
is a good thing,
And
But it's tough.
it's tough, and it's something to be said as you going through your journey. That's why I don't judge nobody because you never know what part of their journey they're in. Like they could get ready to
Right.
be ready almost ready to get out of it and start, doing the normal thing. But it's just like it takes for them to come to that eureka moment to understand that, hey, this is not me. I don't belong out here. It's like,
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm. When
I
did
can
you
I
move out of
agree.
when did you move out of the neighborhood?
I moved out of the neighborhood actually. Probably when I was like 23. It's like I was there for forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
I think when we left Rhode Island, which was he was starting to hang out with the guy that lived downstairs was dealing drugs and stuff like that. And I knew we had to get out of there somewhere, somehow, I think once we got down here, down in Texas, it was all a different style of living.
Mhm.
You didn't hear about the gangs as much. You didn't see it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Not like you do up there in Rhode Island. Rhode Island, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
But on Providence, they're everywhere in every corner,
It's
And
It's hard though when you don't have the money to move out and you struggle.
yeah, that's a big
Well, I
difference.
was
That's
lucky. I
what's
was
so hard
lucky.
too. Is
I
if
was lucky because
parents don't have the
my
money and you're
yeah,
scraping by
Yep.
and you're caught up in it, and sometimes there's no way out, and that's what's sad.
She's
yeah.
absolutely right on that. She's absolutely right on that. She's
I was
absolutely.
blessed though. I was blessed with my daughter's girlfriend at the time, which was her fiance.
Mhm.
Her dad owned two businesses, so he offered to give us some money to come down by bus. He
Mhm.
couldn't do the plane with all of us, but
Yeah.
he did it with the bus. So we had our way out, and then we had to sell the mobile home, which was falling apart as it was. It was a double wide, but they had taken a brick wall, went from the bottom to the top with solid rocks,
Mhm.
and then put a platform and put a wood stove on it. It was great for efficiency, but
Mhm.
the double wide on the top was coming apart like this, because of the weight on one side. And there was no way to fix it. Nobody would touch it. Nobody.
Structurally, it was a mess. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. They had some of the joisters going underneath to try to hold up the weight when they originally built it, but it wasn't strong enough.
Yeah.
So I mean, I bought it with my eyes closed. I just needed to get into something, so we bought it. And
Yep.
Yeah.
you get into those predicaments, and you're like, shit. Well, why didn't I wait? Why didn't I find something better? But
You
when
had
you're in
to.
that predicament, you got to do what you got to do.
Mhm.
I mean, even the rich kids get into it, but when you're in a poverty level area and your parents are struggling and they do the best they can, you're more susceptible. And
Yeah,
it's so sad. And it's so sad to see it.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, that's
I'm
how I
just
feel.
glad we got our way out, you know. I don't miss it. I don't miss the cold. I miss some of the people I met because I did make some good friends. But, you know, it's
Yeah.
just, it wasn't worth it. To tear it, to get a new one and to have it put where it was, which means the old one would have to be torn down,
Hmm.
taken apart, put on a truck, and they charge you to move that. Then they charge you to move the new one in.
Yeah.
We didn't have what they charged for the trailer was what we had in cash.
Hmm.
So we didn't have any extra to say, okay, let's try to do something different, you know? And so yeah, we were in a place that we couldn't get out of. And I went to the town, tried to get a loan because I figured, well, the town was offering a loan for restructuring and redeveloping mobile homes.
Uh-huh.
All right, it was by the U.S. something, U.S. Federal something administration. So I went down there, I talked to the people in the town hall, get all through the paperwork, and they see the date and the age of my mobile home. They denied it. It was a 78. So, you know, no matter what I tried, you know.
Do you still have family living where you grew up?
I have cousins up there.
No, Rick.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, for sure.
What?
I said absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing it does do, it does build character. It makes you just really be appreciative for what you have. It makes you a very hard worker.
Yeah, it makes well you don't forget where you came from.
Yeah,
It
no,
makes
you
you
do
humble.
not.
Makes you humble. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why all the time, if I feel like I don't want to go out the door and go to work, whatever, I get my hiney up. You know what I mean? And go do what I got to do because, you know, you're not, nobody's giving you any damn thing.
No, it's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they do it, there's strings attached.
Yeah, for sure.
You
For
know.
sure.
Yeah. I guess your mom is still there, or
Oh, yeah. My mom's still there.
Mhm.
Yeah, my mom's still there.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting because if you know talk to like you said the rich kids and stuff like that, people who's giving all the money and all that, they don't appreciate that.
They're the worst.
They're the worst. They're the worst. Entitlement.
I call them the entitlement generation.
Right,
Yeah, that's what they are.
For
Between
real.
that and the throwaway generation, you know, everything is throwaway. Throw away a marriage, get a new one. You're not happy, marriages don't work. Oh, throw it away. We'll find somebody new.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
how
what
I
people
don't need you. Yeah.
Right.
do. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Listen,
You
I
know?
even had to tell my now wife. I said, "Listen, I don't do this often. This is it.
Right, right.
All this that you see, all this. You know what I mean? This is. Can you look at this? Forever.
Forever,
the next
every
50
day,
years.
every morning, every night.
Yeah.
Can you handle it?
Can you handle that?
And the jokes, and the this, and the that, you know? And the
Living my
pure.
best life. What the hell's going on?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, like I'm back here, but I can't get back up there for some
You're
reason.
up here.
You up
Yeah,
here?
you just keep dropping
You
off,
here.
coming up.
Oh
You're
my
up here.
gosh.
I thought you was playing musical chairs.
I didn't know what the hell she was doing.
And I lost Norma too, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry.
So
That's
people
okay.
probably want to know, what do you do for a living?
I'm a security director for a major security company. I have like 30 sites which I manage. I staff and just pretty much just understand what the client's needs are. Where do you want the security? You know, what do you want their tour to be? Like tour is just pretty much the route that they take around the property. You know, scanning a Togo patrol or you know just know the beat of the site. What do you need? And just create a plan, tell them what they'll pay, and that's pretty much my job.
I mean, I knew that, but people would probably wonder. How did you meet your wife? How did you meet your wife?
I met my wife in the same hood I'm talking about. So I was now picture this. This is funny. She's at work right now, but I'm gonna say it. So this is how we met. I was in my hood. I had my shirt off, right? So listen to me. Look, it's a hot day in Sacramento. I'm standing on the sidewalk. I have my shirt off. Here she comes driving down the street. I said, "Hey, hey, hey," because obviously I don't know her name. So I was like, "Hey," and put my hand up. Lo and behold, she hits the brake. I see the brake lights hit. She backs up a little bit. No, I do that all the time. I wasn't thinking that she was going to get. I wasn't thinking she was going to give me the time of day. But lo and behold, she backed up. She had her female cousin in the front seat, and they was like, "Girl, okay, girl, he cute, okay, right?" So I ended up getting her number, and it's funny. The rest is history. She wanted to go to Gucci Mane concert and all these other concerts. So we started going to concerts and really just vibing with each other. And I don't know. You never know how you're going to meet somebody and when you're going to meet them. So
You
always
know.
lipstick, your mascara, your pantyhose, your stilettos on.
Yeah, I can see me in stilettos. Yeah.
Yeah, no
Right.
stilettos. You lost me when you got the stilettos.
I'd
But
be
it
on
wasn't.
my butt.
Come
But
back
truth
up,
be-
Norma. I'm
But
sorry.
truth
I
be told, it wasn't an easy road for you two.
No, nowhere near. So it was an easy road in the beginning because we didn't have any kids.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? When you add the kids in and then you add the bills, the stress, it's like it's so much pressure. You turn into
Yes.
a diamond. You turn right into a big old fat natural diamond from Sierra Leone. It's a lot of
It
pressure
happens easy.
to keep a lot of pressure to keep a family together, and that's where we experience our most pressure. When we had no kids, concert trips, you name it. It was just fun, but it becomes more business. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When you involve children
It work.
in work, yeah.
It is. People don't realize that marriage is
No.
a job.
They wait for the knight in shining armor to come. They're going to rescue you,
Mm-hmm.
take you off to this beautiful castle where everything is taken care of, you know. The
Uh-huh.
guy does all this stuff, and you just get to sit home and do nothing. No. It
That's
don't work
not the way
that
it works
way.
in America, and that's not the way it works in California. So
No,
quickly,
it's not the way it works, period.
period. I told her immediately, I need you working, I gotta work. And then obviously, coming home, cooking meals, we gotta do that together. Cleaning up. Nobody wants to do that. I
No.
didn't want to do that, but it's all about
You
compromise.
gotta, yeah. It's just part of daily life, you know.
Mhm.
It's part of daily life. I mean, if you can work as a partnership and keep your eyes focused on the end goals of what you really want to do,
Mhm.
that's where it gets tough. Because it's so easy to get off track and get sidetracked. And if you're not centrally focused on your goal,
Mhm.
it's easy to lose it.
Yes.
You know, so as a couple, you have to make sure the goals are what they need to be.
Yeah.
You know, and keep them focused. If one starts to falter, discuss it, talk about it.
Mhm.
You know,
And not every relationship is going to be like it wasn't when you first met.
no,
It's not all that. Woo-hoo-hoo,
It's
Yeah,
not.
that's true.
Mm-hmm. It's
You
not.
think that honeymoon stage.
No.
Well,
I
No.
think it's gonna stay like that forever. You
Oh,
know,
sure
and-
the shit it doesn't.
Mm,
And I
no.
think that's where people go, oh, no.
Bling said, "Are you saying that messy bun and bathrobe won't get me a man red?"
It might get you a man, but not the type you want.
You know, sometimes a lot of people meet someone when they looked at their worst.
That's
Yeah.
a keeper. That's a keeper.
Yeah, sometimes you do.
Yeah, I
You'll
can
run
see-
into somebody when you least expect it looking your worst, and it's like, what the hell?
Right.
Mhm.
It's true.
No,
It's true.
but it's I think everybody, you got to dig deep inside yourself to ask yourself, is it worth is it worth all the pressure? You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes you don't want to get into a marriage based off of the business element because of what you think you should do. That's why we had some time apart, because we were just both in ourselves and just kind of thinking like, well, I don't need you. Well, I don't need you either. And then and you get to experience that. it's like, wait a minute, that wasn't so bad, like, that I kind of missed that, and all that. So, you get to really understand and be real with yourself. Is it worth it? And if it is, yeah, anything like in life is worth fighting for that you want to have. You ain't getting nothing easy. Even having kids, it's gonna take some sweat. Somebody gonna be.
You're gonna have fun.
You gonna have fun.
Yeah, and the grass is not green around the other side.
No, it
Amen
ain't.
to
It
that.
ain't.
It's
Amen to that.
It's not, man.
It would
But the
be
problem
nice
you have with
otherwise.
her, you're gonna have a problem with the other one.
That's true.
Right.
There
It
you
might
go.
be 10 times worse.
Yeah, and then the one thing I noticed as well, like you meet somebody new, you think they feeling you, and you got kids. You don't know what that person's motives is when they get with you. Like they might be like, I can't stand these crummy ass kids you got over here. You don't
And
need
they'll be all nice to your kids till they get that wedding band on. Then all of a sudden they're like,
Right.
they don't want your freaking kids.
exactly. So you gotta
Then
be leery
things
about
start
all that.
happening, and you don't need that.
Nope.
You gotta make sure everything's gotta fit together. Like my kids were teenagers
Oh,
when
okay,
I
so
met
that's
Mike,
different.
so they were already, they were already grown.
That's
My
different.
son was still at home. My daughter was living in California, and she came out when I told her about Mike. I showed her a picture. She said, "Oh, he looks like a fisherman." I said, "Well, that's not his occupation." But okay, yes, he's got that beard and the white hair, and
Uh-huh.
he just looked like we're out having clams that night. Oh
Mhm.
God, I miss clams.
You
But
get some.
anyways, they met and everybody got along. My son stayed with us for a while, and then we moved up here, and then he met different girls, but he always got, I want to say, not the scum, but he always got the hose. He always got the hose. He didn't get the
Well,
good
you might
girls.
have to go through the hose to find the good ones.
Well,
That's
I think
right.
that's what he had to do.
You
He
might gotta go
finally
through it.
found one that was decent. She was a worker. She has 3 daughters. Been married once, and she is an awesome, awesome girl. So, and they've been together over a year, and they've been together 3 years. They got married. They've been married a year. So, yeah, and he's happy as a pig in shit, to put it lightly. He just loves it, and I'm happy for him, and I can call him and say, hey, I need this, I need help. He's right there. She's right there.
That's
You
beautiful.
know,
That's beautiful right there.
it really is. You don't get that with too many in-laws. It's their side, their family. They're
Yeah,
this,
but the
they're
saying
that, but-
goes, your daughter's your daughter for life, your son's your son till he gets a wife.
right. That's what they say.
Yeah,
I don't think so, though. My son has always been there for me. When I went through my stroke, when I went through everything, it was my son that was there for me. It wasn't my daughter. My daughter was younger. So it was, I always counted on him, And when I get
He's got a lot to say, Rick.
Yeah,
I'm like, boy,
talk.
cut, and cutting.
Oh, he thinks you're so funny, Daddy. It's funny.
He's like, listen, let me in on this conversation.
right.
Let me
Exactly.
tell you something. Let me tell you a story.
Well, how did you get started on YouTube?
I got started on YouTube about almost 2 years ago. Yeah, almost 2 years ago. I was thinking to myself, why can't I make a YouTube channel? So it was around Christmas time, and my very first video was just a French toast video, me just no face in the video, just me literally whipping up eggs and milk and all that stuff, making some French toast, and I was like, I don't want to do that. That's stupid. No, I don't even like cook. I like to cook, but not like that, not for content. So I thought, how can I do this to where it's not really even a drag to make content? And I just started putting 2 and 2 together, and I was like, I want to talk about basketball. And then, I'm starting to get sponsorships and stuff like that. I got a sponsorship from a company called Thrive Thrive Fantasy, which is it's just fantasy sports where you can gamble, and each person that gambles, I actually get like $50 per sign up. But I put that in my video sometime. But you can actually make some good little money on there. It's not even about just the views. It's about really how your audience really looks at you. Do they trust you? If they trust you, you can have 100 or 200 subscribers. But if they'll check out Thrive Fantasy and put I think it's like $10 that you gotta put in a $10 and they'll match up your other $10, and just for doing that I get the $50. So it's like you can do it. You definitely can do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And how, did you contact them to get the sponsorship? They contacted you.
They contact you, but it's sponsors that you can contact. You can find certain, people got sponsorships like that. I'm sure I heard that, but this one, they go on like it's called Social Blade, and they just look at like your interaction with the audience, your frequency in which you're putting out content, and it's called Social Blade. And then you type in your actual YouTube name, and you'll see your grade. You'll get a letter grade. It might be a C, it might be a B, but they just looking at whose audience is engaged
with them, right? Participating, right.
Mm-hmm.
It means a lot when the audience is involved.
Yeah,
it really does, because they're sitting there. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have.
You wouldn't have a channel.
You wouldn't have a channel.
Right.
And I think some creators seem to forget that it's not about just them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I can name a few off the top of my head, which I won't mention, but it's about how their creators are, how their subs react to them.
Yeah.
You know, how they correspond with you, how they show their love and their affection and their, because you love who you like to be with.
Yep.
You know, if you like somebody, if you like Molly Golightly, then you're gonna watch her and you're gonna be faithful and you're gonna follow her.
Yep.
If you love Betty, you're gonna love her, you're gonna be faithful and you're gonna follow. You love Purple, the same thing. You love Tony, the same thing. It's just all got to do with how they see you.
Yep.
You know, and how.
Well, as a matter of fact, doesn't Marissa's son Jake follow you?
Oh yeah,
he does.
Yeah,
Molly. Yeah. I think that's the first place I saw you was at Molly's.
Yeah, I have so much fun over there and everything like that. But yeah, her son really likes basketball, so I talked.
Oh yeah, he's in it big.
Oh yeah, so me and him hit it off and talked about basketball and
his dad was the one that was really into it and got his son into it. You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, he seems to go to all the games with him, so. That's a good thing. That's a good support system. You know?
I just want to say everybody can do it. The reason why, like, even if you follow Molly, you follow Purple, you follow Norma, you follow Living My Best Life at 60, you follow Karen, you follow Brenda, aka Dr. Brenda.
Dr. Ruth Westheimer.
Hey, it's enough room for everybody. And all people want to see is
a lot of people don't like what I talk about. They get a lot of people do get not insulted, but they
get uncomfortable because of the sex talk.
They're just not open-minded enough to listen, to talk about it.
Right, exactly.
They want to hear about it. They want to hear what you're saying about it. They just don't want to have to say anything.
They don't want to have to say it, but they're doing it in their bedrooms. After I tell them, they're doing it.
I'm sure they are.
I got emails from girls telling me, "Oh my God, Brenda, you wouldn't believe what you did for my sex life."
Are you shitting me?
Oh yeah, that's what I want to hear. Oh, I wouldn't tell you if I didn't know.
Dr. Westernheimer.
It's just Dr. Bits. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is? People don't. We're more open today than we ever were.
Right.
But the problem is people are still uncomfortable.
Right.
Oh, I see.
And
you
so
know what I mean?
I try not to. If I see that the crowd gets a little
I don't give
angry,
a As you can
I'll
all
back it
see.
down a little bit, you know. I know you don't. When I was
You
on
know I
Buddies,
don't.
I didn't care.
But you should be able to say what you want to say. I mean,
Yeah,
as long as YouTube isn't shutting us down because you said
right,
something,
right.
you
But
should
they,
be
you
able
know,
to say
they get
what it
involved.
is you want to say. Because you
Well,
never know
people
who you're
are too
really helping.
sensitive today.
You know?
Right.
People are
And
too
that's
sensitive
why
with
that's why
words
and
and
that's
what
why
people
actual
say, and it's getting ridiculous today.
it's
Yeah.
too touchy, and that's why actual content creators they don't you don't really give a damn about like people just you can't please everybody is
No,
what
you
Right.
can't.
so
Comedians are being shut down today.
yeah
I know.
It's like, what the fuck? Come on, people.
They're being canceled, you know?
Yeah, it's like, come on, stop being so damn fucking touchy.
sensitive
You
yeah
know? Well, that's what it is,
It's like,
you
go
know?
put your
That's
fucking diapers back on.
exactly, you know.
Well, people get offended over anything anymore. And you have to be so careful not to,
It's
if you don't
because of
want
the
to offend anybody.
generations.
And
It's
I'm
because
kind
they
of
were
like, I'm
coddled.
60 years old.
They were
And if
coddled.
I say something that offends you, I'm sorry that I offended you, but I'm 60 years old. You know, if I
Right.
get
If you
now,
really
when am I
think
going to
about
get
it,
the job? You know?
if you think
Right.
about it, it's
Yeah.
our generation that fucked them all up because we coddled them.
True.
Right,
True.
right.
that's interesting perspective right there
That's
Because
true.
these kids were coddled too much. Here you go. Oh, you don't feel good. No, you don't have to do the chore. Oh,
Right.
no, we'll hire a landscape. Oh, we'll hire. The fuck out of here. Kick them in the ass. You think about it. Because our parents made us do chores and everything and go to work and stuff. Not today. Oh, no, they need the education. They need to rest and they have to study and all that. Come
Yeah.
on now.
get their ass to work
And they're out there with the thing on the TV and they talk about obesity.
right I wonder why we're
You
not
know, I mean, if you really think about it, it's our generation that coddled the little.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
I've got two grandkids I'm raising, and they're 11 and 12. And when its sun comes out and it's warm, they're busting outside.
You know, I mean, I'm not accusing all of us, but our generation really did.
Oh yeah,
And the 80s generation, we invented the computers.
Right, right.
We destroyed it. You know,
Yeah,
Not
I think
actually,
all the
because we
things
wouldn't.
that these kids do not know how to do just because of technology. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love technology.
So do
yeah,
But
I,
there,
but
yeah.
it became
so
so
many
much.
things
I mean,
are
you
obsolete
can't
now
leave the
because-
house without this thing.
yeah.
God help us. I mean, I can. I grew up
I
without
can.
it. But these
I
kids
leave mine
today,
on.
they will
That one.
flip their
Yeah.
lid.
Yeah, I turn mine off and I leave it home.
Yeah.
And the parents go, no, my kid needs it. Why? Oh, because just in case. In case of what?
Yeah. We didn't have phones growing up.
No, hell no.
Believe me, if
Walk down to the
something
payphone.
happens, they will get a hold of you.
Yeah.
oh yeah
We
No,
used to
well,
walk
when
down
my
to the
kid, just
payphone
in
and pay
case.
what?
And
It
kids
was
learn
10
too much
cents,
on
and
them
then it was
phones.
25 cents to make a phone call. You had to have a pocket full of change. If you
Yeah.
didn't have a phone at home, you know,
Well, it was
to
10
talk
cents
to
back
somebody.
then. But I mean, like, you know,
They don't even have
and then it
payphones
became,
anymore.
and then it became, well,
They've
because
taken the
schools-
payphones away.
I haven't seen
and then
it.
it became, well, the school
Wow.
shootings. My kid could call me and let me know if they were right. I mean, it's one excuse after another excuse after another excuse of why these kids need a phone.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, mine ain't got one. And they ain't gonna get one.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I get it, but it's to the extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's to the point where
Their parents used to come visit them. The whole time they visited them, they was on them stupid phones.
They're at the dinner table with it. Nobody
like
eats dinner
this.
together anymore.
yeah.
They didn't spend no time with them, so I quit letting them come around. I
Yeah.
said, this is ridiculous. You're on the
Mhm.
phone the whole freaking time. You're not spending time with your kids.
Go to a
Kids
restaurant.
shouldn't be here. Yeah.
Go to a restaurant and look at a couple. They're both sitting there with their cell phones.
Yeah.
They're both in their own cell phone. No communication.
Hey,
Right, exactly.
let me tell you this. The way social media can be really helpful. I can't stand it sometimes, but the way it can be really helpful is like you get so many different perspectives at one time. You can really like make your pick, at that point. So my wife had came through with a TikTok video and it said that watching a show or watching a TV is the lowest like bonding time, like far as like her and I sitting down, we watching TV. That ain't no interaction.
No.
He said I think he said that's the lowest, terriblest quality. You would need to be outside, put a blanket down, and just look at each other and talk versus watching an interesting show.
Yeah.
I love it when they say, "Oh, we're going on a date. Where you go in the movies?"
Yeah. No, I love that.
How the fuck
Right.
do you get to know each other when you're staring at the movie?
I'd rather go sit down by a lake, make a picnic, get out there, sit by the boats, watch
Yeah.
the boats going by. We used to do that a lot,
Oh,
up north, we had the glorious ocean that was there. That was clean. In Texas, the ocean ain't clean.
Dinner time, the only way you were not allowed at my dinner table or my father's or whatever is your ass better have been in the hospital or working.
Right.
There was no excuse not to be at that dinner table.
We all sat around and we talked about our days,
Yep.
My
I mean,
father would
there's
start
no
it out.
reason you can't take 15, 20 minutes out of your day to sit down at that dinner table.
My kids always
There's
did,
no
always
excuse.
did.
I don't want to hear, well, kids were in sports years ago too. So what? I don't get it that they're using that excuse today.
It's
You
just
know
our
what it is?
priorities
The
are all
sport
messed
games,
up.
Yeah.
The games
You have
run
to make
so
it a
late
priority.
sometimes.
And everything's fast food.
Right.
Fast food.
It's easier to
Bullshit.
stop at McDonald's, get them dinner, let them eat on the way home or eat there in the car, and then go home. Nothing's discussed, only the game that just went on, and then everybody goes to bed,
Yeah.
and there's no personal, intimate conversations between parents and kids anymore.
Nope.
And
That's
then
why
everyone
all
wonder
is
why
lost
they don't know
in it.
what their kids are doing.
yeah, and that's why the
And
parents
that
don't know what's
commercial?
going
Don't
on.
I
talk
used
to
to
their
come on.
parents about
It's
things.
10 o'clock p.m. Do you know where your kids are? I always knew. They were
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
I
bed.
had to be in the house when that commercial was coming on. Oh, dear God, help me.
Mhm.
But I made sure I walked in exactly at that time. My
Right.
mother goes, you can't come in a minute before. I was like,
Nope. I know where
but Dad
my
said
kids
10
always
o'clock.
knew
Shit,
where
I
they were.
waited till like that 10 o'clock came. I
Right.
wasn't coming in no 5 minutes before.
But
And if my kids were going to be late, they picked up a phone.
No,
There's
I
gotta
wasn't
be
allowed to
phone
be late. There was
somewhere.
no excuse.
Oh, mine worked
You know,
out.
if
I
my
know.
kids were going to
I
be
would have
late,
had to been dead. Because the only excuse was I was to be late. There was none.
there was no excuse.
Oh no, my father. There was
No,
no
I
excuse for my
did.
father. He
Yeah.
used to
If
say,
my
"There's
kids- if
nothing
my
good that
kids were
comes
gonna be
after
late,
10
they would
o'clock,
let me
Karen.
know.
There's nothing good going on after 10 o'clock, Karen."
I agree.
No, there isn't. No,
That's what he used to tell me. I was like, "What the hell?"
that's when the clubs get open. That's when the
Yeah.
party starts.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
and he's like, "Nothing good comes of it." And I'm like, "Jesus Christ, I can't wait till I'm 18."
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Now I eat my words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it went
Right.
I hit 18. I don't know what the hell happened. I'm 54. It's like, where the hell did time go?
Yeah,
Exactly.
real fast, real fast.
Exactly.
It took forever to get there.
hmm We all want to grow up so fast, and then
Yeah.
But I
Then
did.
you
I got a lot of shit in and did a lot of fucking wacky shit before that.
right.
Yeah. Nah. It comes by fast. It feels like I just graduated. And it's crazy. I'm 33. I'm
I
like,
know. I think back to the 80s, and I'm like,
33, you're a
yesterday, and then you go,
baby.
fucking
Yeah,
30 years ago.
Years.
it's all relative, you know what I mean? Because I'm sure you guys feel the same way. Like as soon as you graduate high school, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
flies. It
Done.
flies.
I know, like we talk about, like I hear songs from the 80s, or they talk about the 80s. I'm like, God, it was yesterday, and I'm like, that was 40 something years ago. Holy fuck!
right. That's crazy. It make me want to go get a beer and open it up right now and just
And some people, like, you talk to them on YouTube, and they're like, I wasn't even born yet. I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah,
baby.
I know.
Oh, I've had bosses that were born the year I graduated high school.
I know. You just
I
want to
could be
step
your
on them like a
mother.
rope. You know what?
yeah.
You're the boss.
And it's like you little shit. You have no idea.
You know what make it crazy? I got that same feeling that you just said. Living my best. No, Echo. I was about to say living my best life at 60.
That's okay.
But I know it's a tongue twister. I go. But I'm gonna say so. It's so crazy how it works. So I got some people that's under me and officers under me and all that. But then you got some officers that then took off with the YouTube thing, doing video games, right? They like 19, making hella money, right? Living just doing something that they want to do and making money at it. It's like, you little shit, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
funny though, some of these 18, 19-year-olds, they want to make the money that like 30 and 40-year-olds are making. It's like,
yeah.
Where did you just come from?
Exactly.
And they don't want to work today.
No, they don't. My son started out roofing. That's what he did.
Yeah.
And he did it until he was in his mid to late 20s, and then he slipped and grabbed on to the side. I think it was the fireplace where it was coming down on his feet. Stopped himself from falling, screwed up his back so bad. You know, he ended up going to the chiropractor. They did weeks and weeks and weeks. He'll never get back on a roof again. Especially down here in Texas, you know, where that heat is 132 in the shade, you know. He'll never get on a roof down here. But that's what he did for you. He made good money. He made really good money, you know, and at least up north he did. I don't know what they make around here, but up there he made good money.
Good money. Is his back okay?
He goes through times where if he rolls his ankles, he's out of commission for about a week and a half.
Oh, damn.
So I don't know if it was the trying to stop himself from sliding. You know, your legs are going and you're holding on with your fingers, your back is twisted and you're pushing and you're holding and you're pushing, that when he rolls his ankle, if he's walking by and rolls it, he's in bed. He barely moves. So, you know, but I mean, he's going to be 44?
44?
Michael?
You're asking Michael.
Yeah. I think he's going to be 44 this year.
Michael, you don't know, Brenda?
You gave birth to him, Brenda.
I know, I gave birth to him. I gave birth to him in 1980, so.
I'm not yelling at you. No, my son thought I was yelling at him. He started doing this. I didn't say your name, boy.
Tell us about how it changed your life having a son.
It changed my life having a son. Well, first, it changed my life. First of all, it changed my life having a daughter first. Because my daughter is 8. That right there.
And you still were a player.
I definitely was still a player, for sure. With the jump shot, crossover, you know.
Yeah.
But it really make you be like, and make you think, this is bigger than me. This kid is looking up to me with expectations, and I, you know, if you're level-headed enough to really think like this, but I just thought to myself, like, I need to get this together because I can't afford an extra baby mama. If this one don't work out, I can't go spread seeds everywhere, like, because they want to tell you what to do. They say, look, oh, no, you ain't seeing your kid. Oh, no, you better send me this money. You better do this. I'm like, oh, no. Then they got you by the balls for real. Then you're going to have
really do.
Rick, one ball. You're going to have one.
Yes.
Look at Karen.
Yes.
Zero then.
Zero then. But no, it's a beautiful thing, but it's so much responsibility. Some people take it lightly until you get that responsibility, and then that's when it hits you. It hits you like that.
Well, I know
now,
some
just
guys,
think about how much you're a player and you have a young girl.
Right. Imagine some
Makes you
man,
wonder.
some
That I
guy.
mean, it's like you don't want her messing around with no players.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. You don't want no player to get into her life.
That's
So
Yeah.
true.
you're automatically
Think about
gonna
all
go
the
on-
shit and all the things you said to get in
Yeah.
their pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick.
I said and did an awful lot for sure.
Yeah. And there's going to be guys just like you,
Yeah.
just like you talking to her.
Sure. Yeah.
Hey, dads, we try to we'll lace our daughters and tell them, hey, guys only want one thing, and they be
That's
like,
it.
Oh, we know that.
you know,
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
that.
but, yeah.
But there's always that one slick one that slides
That's
right in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just remember that, Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep your eyes open and you got to pay attention all the time.
Yeah.
That
Definitely.
way you can get them, don't let them get in the door,
Yeah.
Because once they
It's
get
fucking
in,
locked, chained, sealed.
chastity belt.
Hit the shotgun, get it ready. But that's why
I
you
can see Rick when she turns like 14, 15. He'll be like,
Oh, my Lord.
shotgun and
Yeah,
everything.
I need security around you at all times.
Yeah.
But you just be good to your kids. You don't want them growing up thinking like, I can't wait till I get out of here.
Oh, I
I
know.
know. I
You
know.
don't want to
I
do
know.
that.
Exactly.
I got a different type of style. My wife just asked my daughter the other day. She said, "What'd you do at school today?" Okay, this and that. Then she said, "What do you like about me?" And she was like, "I like the time, like about my wife." She said, "The time that we spent together, just the two of us." And my daughter is only 8. And I asked my wife, I said, "That's what she said?" And she said, "Yes." And I was like, she's like, "What do you like about your dad?" She said, "I like when he makes videos with me and stuff like that." So you just want to keep a relationship where they feel like they can share anything with you. Like you don't want to seem like I'm already a parent. I already know everything. You know what I
Right.
mean? You can't say,
I already know everything.
yeah, I already know everything. I'm a parent. My
Right.
age, so
Yeah.
he's not doing that.
Think again.
Think again.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
They always sneak though, Rick. Remember that.
Yeah.
We've all done that.
Yeah.
We always got over on our parents somehow.
Somehow,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think every child does to some extent.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you later on,
Mm-hmm.
Ma, you remember that time that you said, not to do this or not, and you went to
Man, we
bed
don't always
early
tell
and-
our parents. Let's get real.
No, my kids did.
When you get older, you might. She said, "But Karen, you didn't tell you. You said you don't always tell
What'd
your
you
parents everything else."
Well, there's still some secrets. I'm not. Well, unfortunately, I was 25 when my father died. So there's some things that. Well, he now knows, but I didn't.
They did.
Yeah, he died and he now knows, but I wasn't sitting there fucking telling him.
Right.
I still would have been dead.
I remember my mom used to have a big bottle of J or some type of brandy right behind her TV in her room. And sometimes I used to sleep there, and I'm young. I'm like 14, 15. Open that thing up and I put it back on there. I didn't do it often because I thought it was hella nasty. But I thought I was growing up. I wanted to have taste a little bit.
Yeah, we grew up.
I mean, I always walked up to that line and I walked that line. I didn't always step over the line.
Well, we grew up with all the Portuguese, all the liquors in our cabinets.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would
Oh,
come
yeah.
from Portugal and they would bring them over as gifts to my grandmother.
Huh?
Oh,
We could have touched it whenever we wanted to. We never did.
You never
It wasn't
touched the
something that we
alcohol.
did. Not me. I was a good
Throwing
girl.
it in my jacket, going outside. Not the liquor so much, the beer.
I
just knew
don't.
not
I
to
don't.
touch
I'm
the
not. Never
Budweiser,
been a
because
drinker.
that was my
I've never
dad.
been.
He would know
I've
that I
never been a
touched that.
pot smoker. Never. Once in a blue moon, I'll smoke pot. If I feel the urge, I have to be in the mood. The mood has to be set. I've got to be at that right. Be with
That's
the right
the worst
people.
I did was smoke pot and drank beer. I mean,
Yeah, I never drank any
hard
of that.
drugs, no.
No.
Mm-mm.
My
My
friends are
friends
all
did.
doing
I
them.
didn't.
My friends are all doing them, and I'd be like, "Oh, have fun," you know. I'll
Mm-hmm.
see you tomorrow morning. I'm going home, you
I'm
know.
going home. I'm out of here. Now, of wheat, they got cookies, platinum cookies, purple kush, watermelon suckers, pot roast, meatloaf, all these different types of marijuanas, right?
Mm-hmm. Anything you could think of nowadays.
Right. You like pot roast? You
Yeah,
like?
I
No,
can't
pot
imagine
roast
what that
is a
tastes.
kind of marijuana.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
they
was
have
gonna
like
say I had never heard
watermelon.
that one.
No,
They have heard different. They do have a lot of different ones.
Yeah.
You go into the stores, you know, you can get anything you want. If you're using it medically, it's usually not the type that's made with all those different artificial additives added to it because it's medicinal. So
Yeah.
it's made a little bit different. Like kids that have seizures, there's a certain one that they use named after the kid that it actually was made for.
Mm-hmm.
And
To me,
I
there's
can't
nothing
think of-
wrong with smoking. I don't personally do it, but to me, pot's not no big fucking deal.
no, it's not. But if you're taking a lot of different medication and you're smoking pot and you're drinking wine and you're doing this and you're doing that, then you got no right to complain, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I see it differently.
We're
I
mixing.
really do, Brenda. I just disagree with you.
It sounds like it make you hallucinate if you mix too much.
yeah.
Exactly. You're not even going to think straight. You're going to be falling over at your desk with your computer. And how many times did that happen? You know, I mean, no.
Yeah.
I think highly differently about that.
I know the way Karen was sitting there holding that cigarette in her mouth. She remind me of a Boomhauer off the King of the Hill.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just look at pot very differently than a lot of people.
I look at pot differently too. My kids smoke it. It's the idea that it's what you're mixing everything with. You know what I'm saying? Like you're mixing marijuana and you're on regular drugs for whatever it is that you have going on with you. Then you're drinking alcohol, and not just one glass. We're talking 2, 3, maybe 4 glasses of wine or whatever it is you're drinking. That all combines, and that's like an atomic bomb. You're going to be out.
I would say that.
Out, you know?
I would say that. I would say
Yeah.
no. I would say
I
the
mean,
doctor.
if you're drinking every day with medication, with prescribed medication, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're occasionally drinking,
No, then it's not going to affect
No.
you. No.
yeah.
Occasionally is one thing. You know, that's my doctor tells me I can have a glass of wine. I don't drink. And if I do, it's got to be sugar free.
Hey,
You give me a good sugar free beer. Where can you find that? I've never heard of one.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm on a lot of
you got me-
medication, and they told me, like, if I go to a wedding or whatever, I'm definitely having more than one drink, Brenda. I'm gonna tell you that right
Yeah.
now.
Well, that's okay. You know, if you can do it and get away with it and not have.
Well, yeah, and I'm on a lot of medication. But my
Yeah.
doctor just said, you're gonna do that. You just cut back on your meds that day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then if you don't take
Yeah,
it,
I can see doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say this. My father passed away. So my father had diabetes,
Mhm.
and he passed away from kidney failure, right?
Yeah.
But he used to be heavy on the drinking, hard alcohol, and all that stuff. But make a long story short, I feel like it was my responsibility to make sure that I'm very cognizant on what I'm eating. So I don't
That's
have
good.
anything like
That's
that.
good.
I don't have anything like that, but you'll see me constantly. There's no carbs. I eat like there's no sugars, like far as what I'm eating. It's a lot of sparkling water, a lot of water. It makes me feel so good, like inside my body, like because I was finding like when I was a kid, I was eating so much pizza and so much carbohydrates, and then as you get older, your body is not processing all those carbohydrates
No, they're
fast
not.
like that. So what you need to do is help it by giving it stuff that, you know, eat avocado, eggs, bacon, get more fats, right? And then cut out all that snacking, drink a lot of water, and your circulatory system is going to start flowing
It
really
starts to
good, you know?
reboot itself. Yes, it
Yeah.
does. You know,
Yeah, with the
the
family
hard thing for
history,
me
you have to
is
be
not so
careful.
much. Go
What you
ahead.
say?
Careful. I said with the family history of the
Yeah.
diabetes, you have to be careful.
You have
Yes.
to. You
Yes.
really do. I mean, my mom, it went through, they said they always thought that it was her diabetes that caused her kidney failure. But after they did the testing, after she had passed, they said it was her kidneys. So it was a kidney disease
Mhm.
that started her diabetes.
Oh.
So I always have my doctors check, you know, because there's a certain test they can run to check that
Mhm.
if it's an opposite, you know. And my kidneys have been good. I mean, knock on wood, I should say. You know, they've been good, you know, but it's something that I always watch for the numbers that go up and go down, you
Yeah.
know, when they do my things. I want to know every number. I want a piece of copy. I want a copy of that blood test that you get back. Because they
Mhm.
do it once a year.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, I'm having it done tomorrow. I got to do a fasting tonight. Nothing to eat. I already had dinner and that's it. I can't eat no more.
Mhm.
So,
Now, what happens if your diabetes goes down? I mean, the sugar levels go down.
it
If your
might.
sugar levels go down, if you have
Yeah, no,
diabetes.
hers. I mean, if they go too low, you have to eat something, no?
Oh, yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was speaking to the point where if you don't have diabetes, right, and you're not eating sugar, that's okay. Your body makes it anyway. It's just glucose.
Right, right.
It's not actually it's not a nutrient. It's,
No,
Right.
I know, but I mean, since she's fasting and she has diabetes, I'm wondering, since she said she has to fast.
Oh yeah, for
If
her.
her sugar levels go down,
I
you
have to
have to
drink
eat.
a lot of water.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
water
but they want her numbers to be low when she goes to
right.
bed.
They want those
Oh,
numbers
yeah.
low.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I got to take one more shot before I go to bed. So that's the one that's supposed to keep you level.
Uh-huh.
I had 2 scrambled eggs for dinner and 2 sausages.
Uh-huh.
That's what I had for dinner. Now that's not bad. It has the fat
Uh-huh.
and it has a little bit of carb, but not much. No
Not much.
sugar.
Yeah.
No sugars. And that's what I had. Now it should not go up at all, really. It should stay pretty low. Last
Mhm.
reading was 112. So that's not high.
No, no.
You know? So it should stay pretty low. I may
You
have
sound
a
like
sweet,
as long as it's controlled, you're good. But
Mhm.
don't take the medicine or eat the wrong thing and you're not controlled anymore. Yeah.
Mhm.
right. You go up and down and up and down. And it's like that. You go through stages. And they say it's every so many years that your body changes. I think it's every 10 years. The female body changes.
I thought it was every
So-
7.
You heard it was 70. I always thought it was 10. But anyways, it goes in the 7-year or 10-year cycle, and your body does change. You can have something that was and had it 7 or 10 years ago, and then your body changes and goes through that change, and you go back to the doctor and you don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can go
You know,
down like
it's
that.
gone.
Yeah.
Right. And that does happen a lot, you know.
Yes.
But
What people ain't realize, I'm just gonna share this right here because I'm passionate about it because like that was my father. You know what I mean?
right,
So
exactly.
I do a lot of research and studying. What people not understanding is that it's not about all the candy and all that stuff. That's added sugar. That's one thing. But all the other stuff like the potatoes, the rice, the pasta, cereal, crackers,
That's what's going to get you.
Everything that turns to sugar.
it turns to sugar like
Anything that turns to carbs will turn to sugar.
yeah.
I do have a lot of people, they say, oh, you're diabetic. You shouldn't have this or you shouldn't have that. But it's all about the balance
Yeah.
of
Right.
what, the protein that you eat. And
Your
you eat
proteins are
carbs, it's
okay.
a protein, and it's not going to
Right.
affect you as much as a carb by itself.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Things like that. But I have people tell me that all the time. Well, how
Well,
you
people-
eat
a lot
that?
of
You're
people try
diabetic?
to
It's
help.
like I check my sugar, I take my medicine, I know where
Right.
I'm at number wise. I know what I can eat and what I can't eat.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, there's very rarely ever a food that I say, gee, I wonder how that's going to affect my sugar. I mean,
Right.
I pretty well know on what I eat how it
Yeah.
affects me,
Yep.
Right.
you know.
Right.
But there's so many other things: stress, whether you get enough sleep,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
if you're fighting a cold, or you have some kind of virus going on.
Mm-hmm.
All those
You
things
had
affect your
surgery.
sugar
You had
too.
surgery. You
Yeah.
know.
If you're in pain,
Yeah.
Right.
out, like you twist your ankle, you're just in pain, but
Yeah.
your body tries to function normally and help you with that pain, but
Yep.
because you have diabetes, your body doesn't know how to do that, so it
Right.
automatically thinks you're under attack, and therefore up goes the sugar.
Up goes the
Hey,
sugar.
hey,
Yeah.
enough.
And like I just had pneumonia back in November, and they said, we have to give you steroids to clear your lungs up.
That makes
Okay, but steroids automatically shoot my sugars that high.
Yeah.
And I said,
Steroids will make the numbers go crazy.
I don't really want to do that if I don't have to. And the doctor was like, look, if you can't breathe, doesn't matter how high your sugar is.
Right. Right.
Right.
So we got to get your lungs breathing right first.
Yeah.
Right.
Then
Right.
we'll worry about your sugar. And it's true. Sometimes you have to take that kind of an attitude that, I have to be able to have my heart beating. I have to be able to breathe. Yes, I need to control my sugar, but I might not be able to control my sugar at the same time I'm doing my heart and my lungs.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, hey.
Yeah. And you got to think about everything. A lot of times I'll feel my sugar will be up and I'll feel bad, but I don't know why I feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any symptoms of anything. Nothing's going on unusual or anything. 2 or 3 days later, something shows up and I'm like, well, see, my body knew
Right.
Yeah.
I was
Right.
dealing with it way before I figured out I was dealing with it.
Right.
Right.
And so my body had already started trying to get it under control and to handle it. And it wasn't until it got to the point that it couldn't handle it, then I had the symptoms. And then I would know, oh, well, it's because I had this. And especially UTIs, that gets me every time.
Mm-hmm.
I will not even know that I won't have any pain, nothing.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I just don't feel right. And my sugar's up. And I'll go to the doctor and they'll do a urine test and I'll have a UTI. And that's exactly
UTIs are awful.
what it is. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I won't necessarily have any symptoms.
Mhm.
Right. Right. What are you taking? Are you taking metformin?
I take metformin.
Yeah. See.
And, but I also take Synjardy. It actually helps you to pee
Synjardy,
out
yeah.
the extra sugar.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
And that is known to give you a UTI because you are
Yeah,
passing
yeah.
that sugar, more.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, it's almost like I feel like I should have the little urine strip test at my house.
Mhm.
Just be like,
They
I don't
used to,
need a trip
back in
to
the
the
old
doctor.
days, they used to do that.
Yeah,
They used to have the
that's
little
usually
thing
what
on,
it'll be. But
so you could
it's
check
just
your
funny how
urine.
you think if you're eating right and you're taking your medicine, your sugar should stay good. It shouldn't fluctuate.
Not always.
But-
Not always.
If I don't get enough sleep, I can tell it.
Yeah.
I can tell. It's not that I'm tired. I won't be tired the next day, but I will feel like I'm sick because I didn't get
Right.
enough
Or you
sleep.
feel crappy.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
my eye surgery, I mean, they did my eye surgery, and I felt great. The next day, my numbers were high.
Yeah. And that was probably from the anxiety of having to have the surgery done. It wasn't necessarily that it did anything, to your sugar.
Right.
It
Right.
just, the
It's just
anxiety is what
anxiety and
caused it.
stress. Right.
Yeah.
It does. It makes your numbers go wacko.
And if you're
Sometimes you don't realize it, and like I didn't. I even circled the days on my sheet that I make. I do the sheet for every 3 months
right,
when I go see the doctor. I mark the days. If I don't feel good, I mark the days and say, no, not feeling well.
mhm,
Not feeling well. Sinuses, or ate late. If you eat too late, forget your sugars in the morning. You
well, and
gotta
that's
be
the thing
on
too. You got to take your medicine as
At the
close
same
to the same time,
every
and
day.
eat as
Yeah.
close to the same time.
Yeah.
Because like when I worked, my sugars were a lot better than when I first got retired because
Right.
I did do everything pretty much on a routine because
Right,
of my work
right.
schedule.
Right.
And then when I had no schedule, it was like, if I don't feel like eating, I don't have to eat right now. You know, I can eat
Right.
later. And then I don't never take my medicine until I eat, you know.
Right.
So it's like you eat late, you take the medicine late, and then your body's like, excuse you, you know, what are you doing to us? You know, we needed that 2 hours ago, you know.
Turn on the light, Ricky. Turn on the light.
I was getting up later when Michael was home after my eye surgery because I had that fall risk on my band on
Yeah.
my wrist because, you know, your eyes are not exactly, it throws all your equilibrium off, you know.
Mhm.
Hi,
So,
Allison. That's my daughter. Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
Allison.
Nice to meet you, girl. All right, I gotta make a potty run. I shall be back.
Okay. I told her I was having Rick on my show. She doesn't know who Rick is. And she was like, and should I know about that? And I'm like, no, you don't have to know about it, but he's a really neat guy. And I'm glad to have him coming on my channel.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. I really appreciate that. I think I really gravitate towards your channel too, like helping people out. You know, just give them good advice on illnesses and things like that, and I think it's awesome.
I've been through so much in my life. I've had so many surgeries and so many illnesses, and I just feel like if I can keep going and I can live a pretty good life, even being sick, then so can everybody else. But I think a lot of people, they let depression get them when they find out that something's wrong with them. Are you going outside?
Yeah, he just came from outside.
Oh, okay. He put his jacket on.
Yeah.
Allison, this is Rick's little boy that I was saying that Anais and him should have a prearranged marriage.
Right.
Isn't he cute? Look how cute he is. Oh.
She's at prearranged.
But I think if you let yourself get depressed, it's very easy to not do as well with different illnesses and things like that. And you just have to want to, you know, get up and go and keep living.
Yeah.
Before I had my granddaughter, I was so ready just to be old and sick and not do nothing. And then I found out my daughter was having a baby, and I was like, oh, you better get it together.
You better get it together. You got a grandbaby coming.
And you're going to have a grandbaby to raise, and you got to get it together. And my health really has turned around because I pay a lot more of attention to it now that it's not just for myself, but it's because I want to be able to see that grandbaby grow up. So.
That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. And we all got little hidden motivations that you pretty much need to tap into, because even if you're not ill or nothing like that, depression is a real thing just based off of just everyday life, going to work, going to a job you don't want to go to, just all the stuff that you don't want to do. People these days are more susceptible to depression. So you just gotta, you just gotta be more focused on what makes you happy.
Yep. And it is a choice. That's what a lot of people are like, oh, well, this is my lot in life. You know, I'm just going to be this way. You know, no, you have a choice. You can do whatever you want to do. You might have a hard time doing it, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try to do it.
Yeah.
And whatever it is that, you know, makes you happy and gets you up in the morning, that's what you need to be doing.
That's right.
It's just like with this YouTube channel, it was so funny when Norm and I first got started. We didn't know anything. And he wanted to do a craft channel. And I'm like, well, I don't do crafts and I don't know anything about YouTube, but I will help you figure it out. You know, we will figure this out. And we had a time of it. And there were times when we were like, okay, this is never going to work. We're never going to both be on the screen at the same time. We just could not seem to get it worked out. And we didn't know that my laptop, the camera, and the microphone wasn't working.
Oh.
And even though I was clicking on the link and she was trying to bring me up, I was never going to get up there. So I had to get this Chromebook from my daughter. And then finally we realized, oh, it was the camera, problem. But if you don't know anything about it, you have no idea what is wrong. And we kept, studying it and reading about it, and it's like, well, we're doing everything it says, but we're not. It's not working.
Not working.
And so it took a lot for us to get it together, but everybody else seems to make it look so easy.
Right.
And then we
Yeah.
figured out, it's not as easy as it looks. And
No,
there's
it's
a
not.
lot of, little things you have to be able to figure out, especially if you want to make videos and that kind of thing,
I think sometimes
I'm
people make it.
learning how
I think sometimes people make it a little bit more complicated than it has to be. I mean, like with all my videos and everything I do, all I use is this phone. This is all it is a phone, and I don't use anything else. Maybe this ring light right here, another light here, but I'll make some good looking thumbnails. I can do a lot of stuff, but because I don't like things getting too complicated, it just makes me not want to do it.
Yeah.
So I keep it simplistic.
Right.
Well, they have that Canva, which a lot of people use.
Huh?
I've never tried it. It looks like it's fairly easy to work, but I haven't tried it.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick, do you put your son in daycare when you used to go to work?
Nah, he goes to my cousin's house up the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You only follow basketball?
No, I follow football, baseball. I follow everything.
Well, what do you think about
Were you
that?
happy the Chiefs won?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, not really. I didn't have a
Oh,
dog.
screw them Eagles.
Right.
I didn't want the Eagles to win either. I wanted Brady to win.
Oh, screw Brady. How many goddamn rings does he need?
Well,
He
Karen,
needs
you guys,
another one.
Karen, you're still in New York, right?
Oh, well, I'm in PA, but I'm in New York. Yeah,
Well,
I'm from New
you
York.
guys the one lighting up the Empire State Building for the Eagles, talking about fly, Eagles, fly. I thought that
I
was-
know. I couldn't believe it. I was so pissed off.
I was like, what the hell has this world come to?
Yeah, well, New York, we don't know what the hell happened in New York. New York just fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone to hell, really.
It's gone to hell.
All of New England, a lot of New England states have, And
Well,
have to make
de
it
Blasio
sad,
didn't fucking help, and neither did Cuomo.
No.
What the heck?
And now we got that other numbnut in there.
But they do know how to make a good slice. When I went to New York, it seemed like everywhere I went, they had a slice. I went to go see the Statue of Liberty. They had a slice of pizza. They had slices of pizza everywhere. I said, keep them coming. Keep them hot and fresh. I was eating a lot of pizza, and I was eating those. It was too much for a damn hot dog. Those hot dogs, they wanted like $20 for a hot dog.
The ones that are wrapped in the
No. Did you get a dirty water dog?
Yeah, straight out of the Hudson, out of the Hudson. Is that the Hudson River up there?
I like the ones that are wrapped in pretzels.
Oh yeah, I love
Oh, I
the
like-
pretzel.
Ooh,
I like
they are
those.
so good.
I love
Yeah.
pretzel hot dogs. I love those from Freedom
I'm
Pretzel
talking about the
anywhere.
dirty water dog, the vendors on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one.
I remember walking
Times
into
Square.
the station. I was traveling from Massachusetts to meet a guy in Michigan.
Mhm.
And I had a layover in New York,
Mhm.
and I was walking. I had like a couple hours, so I went and walked around some of the shops, and I kept seeing the pizza and the pretzel dogs, and I said, "Yeah, I never had one of those." I said,
No,
"I
that's not
gotta
a dirty
try it."
water dog.
Oh, but it was good.
Dirty
tell you
water
what.
dog is the vendors with the hot dogs in the.
That's
In the
okay.
water, yeah.
Good. Oh, they were good.
They're good. We have a lot of those, usually all over the place. Your hot dog vendors, your
Mhm.
steamed hot dogs.
Yeah, they just had. There's just too much trash on the street. Like they overboard with the trash. Which, like I was around the Times Square area. Then we went to the I forgot
Times
what-
Square used to be hell, and then in the late '80s, early '90s, they cleaned it up, and then fucking De Blasio came in and just destroyed it.
Mm.
Well, I know I went, it was 2003. And I got a,
It was
got
still
off the
good then.
bus.
It still was good
Huh?
then. New York was still good then.
Yeah, I remember I went out and I wanted a cigarette, so I went out the front door and I sat in the front of the building, and I've got all my friends on my phone from on the Cape, and they're all telling me, "Get your ass inside that building, woman. You want to get picked up by somebody and somebody thinks you're hustling." I said, hey, maybe I can make $400 for a night. Who knows? You know, and they were nervous. I was out
No.
there all by myself. I was
No.
enjoying it. You know, nobody bothered me, you
Mhm.
know,
No.
but I didn't bother anybody else either. You know, I can get along with everybody, you know.
Mhm.
And I mean, I was talking to some guy who was dressed in drag, and he was coming from some nightclub where he had just done his first performance.
Heather Wilson
And
Dallas.
I gave him a $20 bill.
She's
You
eating
know,
catfish and pickles.
Catfish and pickles.
Yeah.
Man, sounds
She's a
good.
wacky eater.
Yes, she is.
But no, I hear you. I hear you.
Natasha,
I mean, yeah, is there a lot of crime in New York? But you know, you just gotta act like you belong there.
New York.
You can't look like you're a freaking tourist either.
No, you can't. You got to fit in, you know. I think I fit in there fine. I didn't have any trouble, you know. I was talking with everybody. The guy I was going to see says, who are you talking to? I said, the guy next to me. He goes, stop talking to strangers. You're going to get killed. I say, hey, look, ain't nobody going to kill me for nothing, you know. I ain't got nothing he wants, you know. And I'm like, you're more scared than I am. But I did have a guy in Rhode Island who, at the bus station in Rhode Island, I was sitting there waiting for the buses. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning. And
Hi,
there were like
Sasha.
5 or 6 guys sitting on the benches waiting for the buses to work. And this guy comes over and he sits by me and he starts talking to me. He says, where you from? And I said, I'm from the Cape. And he goes, oh, it's beautiful down there. I said, yeah, it is. And he starts, my hair was way down past my butt. And he starts playing with my hair, right?
I would have
And
slapped him.
I said, excuse me, and I grabbed my hair and I pulled it out on one side. And he goes, you know, he says, where you going? I said, I'm going to Michigan. I'm going to go meet a guy in Michigan. He said, well, let me give you my phone number. He said, if it don't work out there, you come back and give me a call. This is at the bus station at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, yeah, okay, you know. I crumbled up the thing and threw it in the trash, you know. But they just, there's guys in Rhode Island that are awful. They'll go after somebody else's guy, somebody else's girl, and not think twice. There's no consideration, just like there's no consideration for women that go after guys that are married. It's the same thing. It goes both ways, you know.
Yeah, women will go after men with wedding rings before a man without a wedding ring.
I always heard you can't take away something that doesn't want to be taken.
That's true.
If you love whoever you're with, nobody can take you away from them. You know, no matter how they try. You know, but if they're upset or if they're not happy in whatever reason it is, you know, I mean, they're not talking about it, they're not discussing it, you know.
I love the way women will go after, like, if the man cheats on a woman with a woman they don't even know, they want to beat the shit out of her. Hell no, I'm going to beat the shit out of him.
Exactly. Ain't no man laying no hands on me. Let me tell you, I can take care of myself.
No. If the man is cheating on the woman,
yeah,
with some woman you don't even know, they want to go beat the shit out of the woman.
No, I want to beat the shit out of the man.
Oh, yeah.
Not the woman.
No, I'll beat the shit out of him. I'll wait till the son of a bitch is asleep.
You know?
What's the woman got to do with it? She don't even know. It's his goddamn dick that is in trouble.
Exactly.
I totally agree
else.
with you.
Hi, sweetie.
More guy friends.
This is my daughter right here.
To watch. Hi, honey.
Hi.
He's a cute guy. You better get that rifle ready. Put it aside, and she gets about 15. Oh boy! Oh boy!
He's beautiful.
She just got in from school, and I'm telling her, I said, "Hey, get out of the camera. You're not a movie star."
Oh,
no, she's beautiful.
She is beautiful.
Her eyes blue.
Her eyes blue? No, her eyes is just real brown like mine.
No, real dark. Okay.
Oh, they looked blue for a second.
No.
She got beautiful eyes, honey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's a cutie.
Thank you.
Sasha
She gets
says,
home from school
"Beautiful,
late.
lock the doors."
Yeah.
Right. You're gonna have your hands full with her, or not her, but the boys knocking at the door.
Yeah.
No, you just had an orange. And
No,
I was
I'm
gonna
not
make them
talking
dinner.
about these. Did I talk about these? No. Did I?
No,
Yeah,
What?
she's got beautiful eyes.
no.
Amy's saying I talked about these. I'm not talking about
I
these.
do it right to the second.
Dana, is Brenda talking? Brenda's in these again? No, I'm not talking about these.
No, because you were talking about. Yeah, we got to watch what we say because his daughter's there now. So
No,
watch
he's
out.
good.
Well, she don't got to hear our dirty mouths, please.
I just got her out of here. I was like,
They're out. They're out.
uh,
Who is, kid?
nah, because it's around dinner time. Gotta start making some food.
Yeah, daddy
Well,
duty
thank
now.
you so much for spending some time
Yes.
with us.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah, he's a
appreciate
great guy.
No, this was a lot of fun. I really appreciate all of you guys. You guys, like I said, you guys are at the nice age where everything is appropriate. Like I said, you can say, well, literally, you can get away with saying anything.
I know that. And I have fun getting it going. And I sit back and watch them all go at it and chat. You know? Did you see what she just said?
Right. No, that
Is
awesome.
your wife home yet?
Yeah,
Yeah. He never comes on camera.
she never comes. She's not like me.
No.
No.
Nah.
Let her get in with us a little while. We'll change her.
We'll
Yeah.
change it on over. Hey, that's a deal.
He's like, I want to stay married, thank you.
Yeah.
Or
I
bad
said,
influence, Brenda.
I said, guys, come on. I just got this ring. It means a lot to me. I want to stay married.
That's good. We're all for it.
Exactly.
Well, we're happy that it all worked out for you. We really are.
Yeah, I'm so happy it did.
Yeah.
No, I
For a while
appreciate
there, when
that.
you guys split up, I had you on my prayer chain. You
Oh,
know?
thank you so much.
And
Oh, that's beautiful.
I had you. I had another couple that had split up,
Yeah.
and you know, it was like, you know, just to give you guys the strength to be able to see what each of you wanted.
Mhm.
You know, give you the wisdom, the understanding, and the love that you needed. You know, and
When you told us that you got back, we were really happy for you.
yeah,
Thank you so much. Because like I said, being a player, you know, I only got so many years in my prime, you know, and like,
prime. Now listen, prime is not your age.
Yeah.
Prime is 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Oh.
God speed up a
Trying to
little
tell
bit.
you you're old now.
God speed up a little bit.
Old married man.
Oh, married man.
He put women at their prime in the 40s.
Yeah.
He put
30s and 40s.
I'm telling you, he put women in their prime in their 40s and men in their prime in their late teens, early 20s. I'm going to have a big discussion with him. I got to find out why he did this. What was the phase and why was he thinking this? Oh, yeah, we're going to have a lot of talks about it.
Because men can father children for their whole lifetime.
Right.
Women cannot. Women only have one window.
Why?
Right.
Right.
Why did he do that? I don't know why, but
it's a good question. I have a lot of notes I want to ask him.
Married
I got a lot of notes I want to ask God. Like,
but a man can get married at 60 to a 30-year-old woman and still have a family.
Yeah.
Right.
But a 60-year-old woman isn't having any more
Right,
children.
you can't
I
have
don't
it.
recommend it.
You can have some good sex.
Right.
In your 40s,
But not no more babies.
but not no more babies. I know. I wish I could have given Michael a son or a daughter. He doesn't have any.
You got one kid, huh, Brenda?
Huh?
You got one child?
She has a daughter
I got
and
two.
a son. She has
Oh,
two.
two.
I got two. But he doesn't have any.
Oh.
My
That's
first
why he
husband,
does for your daughter so much.
That's exactly.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
he doesn't have his own, so he's living through you with her. Yeah,
We get along. My son and him started off kind of rocky because it was my son. And my
yeah,
Yeah.
son was protective, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
especially after my second husband. He was really protective when it came to Michael. And
Yeah.
he was the one that actually drove me to the place where I was going to meet him. And he wasn't leaving till I said okay. Till
Yeah.
I gave him the okay, you
He was
know.
like, "Mama, I'm not letting you get hurt again."
No, he wasn't
Right.
gonna. No.
That's a
He was
good
doing
son.
his job.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing his duty, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And but they clash a lot on different things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I let them. I don't push it together. I let them find their way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
my daughter and him get along great. You know, they get along really good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they can joke around, talk about things. My daughter will cover her ears. La 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 la. I don't hear you.
Well, we
Yeah.
better let Rick go so
Hysterical.
we can cook for his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I appreciate you guys so much. We got to do it again sometime.
yeah.
Okay, we
We
will.
do.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
All right. Love you.
All
Guys.
right.
Thank you, Rick.
Kiss and
Bye,
hug those
Rick.
babies for us.
Have a
Okay.
wonderful weekend with your kids.
Okay.
Okay.
Send our love to your wife.
He's a sweetheart.
He
He really
is.
is.
Yeah.
Such
That
a
was
nice guy.
so fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He's a good dad.
Well, my daughter's in the chat. I wonder
Yes,
if we
I
can
see
talk her
that.
into coming up.
Good
Miss
idea.
Allison.
Allison, come on. You come
I'll
up
drop
here.
the link. She probably won't. She'll probably say, I'm in my pajamas. I'm ready for bed.
Hey, a lot of times I was on there. I've been in my pajamas.
Well, I know.
What
And-
time is it near you?
Her pajamas are shorts and a t-shirt anyway, so it's not like it's
Yeah, it's
revealing.
like
What time is it near you?
Me? It is 8:58, almost
Oh.
9 o'clock. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see,
Oh, that's
it's
right. You're
almost
on the
7
same
something,
time.
Yeah.
Same time as me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm
You're in Georgia.
7:58.
Mhm.
She says she's tired from dancing. She was at the school dance.
Oh, cool.
How old is she?
She's 25, but she
Get the hell out of here, Allison. You should be able to go all night and go right back to work.
she teaches the little third graders, and they had their I guess it was Valentine's Day dance. It might have been late after Valentine's Day, but anyway, so I think it was from 6 to 8.
Yeah. I know it's the other day at the high school.
She's an
they
old
had
married
drama.
lady. 25. Oh my God, the energy I had. And I was married with a kid.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, me
married
too.
with a kid too.
Yeah.
She likes her sleep though.
Uh,
Yeah, my daughter does and my sister does. They're both like that. My daughter will sleep like a vampire in a room. No light coming in. You can't see through. And in the morning, you go in there and it's pitch dark. And I'd be, where are you? You know, are you in here? Are you asleep? And she'd get up out of the bed and turn on the light. So why is it gotta be so dark? She said, I can't sleep unless it's dark. And my daughter's the same way. See, I can sleep with a light on.
She said it was the winter masquerade dance.
Oh, nice.
That sounds like fun.
well,
Yeah, it sounds like a good time.
Well, my daughter can sleep anywhere, anytime,
Mhm.
any conditions. And she's the kind of kid that when she needed to go to sleep, you know how like you go to bed and you lay in bed and you toss and you turn and you just can't fall asleep? Not my kid. She'd get in the bed and she'd say, I'm going to sleep now. And I'd be like, okay. And 2 seconds later, she was
She's
snoring.
out. Yeah.
wow.
And she, to this day, she can fall asleep. Whenever she tells herself to fall asleep, she'll fall asleep.
Well, that's good. That's good. That'll
Not
change
me.
though.
I can't get to sleep for nothing.
I toss and turn a lot. Of course, my mind doesn't want to shut up when I go to bed.
yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
thinking about everything and worrying about this one and worrying about that one, and so
Well, she has a
worrying
lot.
about that.
She'll have a
Go
lot on her mind, but she just has always, even since she was a little bitty thing, she's been able to turn off her mind and go right to sleep. She said it was nice. Kids got a mask and food. with the price of their ticket, 2-hour long dance. About 80 kids
Nice.
attended. Well, that is nice. The school that she teaches at, it's very much so, the kids are bused there. It's very much an underprivileged school.
Right.
Um,
Right.
And the kids are bused there from the project. So it's, these are kids that really need somebody to care about them and somebody to help them
That's
out.
so good. That's so good.
And what their school does is, like,
Yeah.
instead of the whole school having a certain theme for the year, they
Yeah.
have each teacher decorates their door for a different college.
Right.
And their whole focus is, you can go to college, you can go to tech school, you can have any kind of job you want. It's all about your future and inspiring the kids to
Natalie.
do whatever, And
Yeah.
they have like black tie and fancy dress parties for them, and they just do all kinds of things extra above and beyond the actual teaching them their subjects. But they also try to let everybody know that, it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. You can go to college, you can, go tech school if that's what you want to do. You can get a good paying job.
Well, this is a 3-day weekend too now. President's Day is Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
Not for them. They had last Monday and Tuesday off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She had to go
Okay, hold on. I
Tuesday
gotta
for
put my
a
eye drops in. I'll be right
teacher
back.
work day.
Eye drop
So there's
time.
weekly spotlights on colleges and careers. Yeah. And they have a lot of black male, like the principal and the assistant principal are both African American men. They have professional dress days on Tuesdays. They do. It's just really all about empowering those kids and giving them a good foundation and letting them know that they can do anything they want to do. Whereas in some of the other schools, especially down here in South Georgia, once you're labeled, as a slow learner or a behavioral problem, you pretty well don't get the education you should get. And I hate to say that, but it's true. And so this particular school doesn't have that mindset,
Yeah.
Yes, they have kids that are slow, and yes, they have kids that are behavioral problems, but they all have the same opportunities.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's really a good school. She did a good job switching to that school. She started out in a school in Moultrie, which is about an hour away from where she lives. And so for the first 3 years, she drove back and forth an hour one way. And when she had her daughter, that was when she realized, I need to be closer to home. I need to be able to spend more time with my kid and my family, And so she moved to the school she's at now. And she absolutely loves it.
That's good.
And they love her there too. So that's good. It's a good fit.
Yeah.
I could talk about her all day long, and she's my heart too. I brag on her. She's like, "Oh, you just love that grandbaby now." It's like, no, I love you too, and I brag on you all the time too. I do love my grandbaby though. I won't deny that.
She's beautiful.
She's a mess. She is a mess. She's starting to get a little bit of independence where, like, she'll climb up on the couch. And like, instead of like wanting to sit on my lap in the recliner, she'll like go over and climb up on the couch. Like, oh, I'm a big girl. I'm sitting on the couch,
Yeah.
But she loves all the electronic things. Hey, Eli. She must have us muted. Oh, okay.
What's that? Her son?
That's her grandson.
Grandson.
Yep. He's 12, and then his sister Natalie is 11.
She done went to bed.
Oh, okay.
She gets up at 5:30 in the morning. He don't get up to 6:30.
Oh. Kristen, isn't that the truth? I don't think I love my grandbaby more than I love my daughter. I think I love her different than I love my daughter.
Yeah, it's a
I
different.
I
kind
love
of
my
love.
daughter one way, and then
Mhm.
I
Yeah, it's
found
a
all
different
this
kind of
more
love.
love for my granddaughter.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah, it
She
is. It's a different
only
kind of love. Hmm.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
It is. Hmm.
Oh, she said only school in the district to have a Hispanic heritage program did a Christmas Carol play. Black History program end of this month involves students and staff and everything. And they do. They had a Martin Luther King Day program um, at the auditorium, and the dance team that my daughter helps out with, they went and they performed, and they were in the newspaper, and they just do a lot of extra things with those kids.
Hmm.
We lived next to a high school that was in Central Falls, and that black actress, oh, I cannot, what's her name? She played in the one where they make the pie out of shit and they give it the help.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
the help.
Yeah, the black lady that played in that, she started out at that school, started out acting in that school in her younger grades, and she goes back every once in a while and visits the school. She donates to that school because there's so many kids in that area that are very, very low income,
Yeah.
and Central Falls is like a mile long as it is a mile wide. That's
Mm.
how big the town is itself. It only has three schools: elementary, junior, and high school. Middle school's cut right. It's put into the junior school, so they have
Yeah.
the 4 years there. Then they go to the high school,
Mm.
and but yeah, there's a lot of underprivileged children that have a lot of talent there.
Yeah.
And she goes there like once a year, and she'll watch when they're doing plays, and she takes kids aside and tries to take them under their wing. She's really a good person. I can't think of her name for the life of me. Oh, I just saw an article about her the other day.
Well, my daughter is one of the few. There's another third grade teacher who's white. And there's a few other people, but the majority of the staff and the children are black or Hispanic.
Right, right. That's what
Um,
this is.
and for them to, and they like gravitate to my daughter. She went in a second grade class. She teaches third grade. She went in a second grade class the other day, and those kids in there were like, Miss Bivens, we want you next year, and she's like, I don't even know those kids, but it's just the reputation you have gets around
Right.
to the other kids, as well. But she spends a lot of her paycheck buying things, little prizes for them to have in their treasure box and
Mm-hmm.
snacks. And she thinks the lady's name is Octavia Spencer. Does that sound right, Brenda? Octavia Spencer?
Octavia
It might be.
Spencer? No, no. Oh Lord, you could be right. I can't remember now, but I know she went when they went there. They gave her um, the escort with the black cars, and the roof was down. It was towards the end of school, and she went in there, and all the kids were going crazy over her.
Yeah.
Her picture's all over the school. She's the only one from that school that made it, and she goes back there to tell them that they can do it too.
Right.
And they
Well,
have a
and
lot of theater in that school.
yeah,
A lot of children's theater.
right.
So
This
they
is
try to help out as much as they can, but it's not like it used to be where everything, when I was going to school, as I can remember, everything was included in the taxes that you paid all year for your home. Your kids,
yeah, but they don't do that anymore.
yeah,
At
no,
least not here
whatever.
in Georgia, they don't.
Yeah, they stopped doing. I don't know what year they stopped doing. I think it was the year that my son was playing. I want to say baseball was the first year we had to buy anything outside of what the norm was,
Yeah.
because a lot of the older people in the area, because Falmouth is an old town, there's a lot of older people, older couples, and they didn't want their tax money used on kids that were not related to them. If you can understand that way of thinking, you know, which I
Yeah.
guess in some way, depending on their income, you can kind of understand, you know, but I thought it was horrible, you know, where everything used to be paid for, the football, the baseball, the basketball. Not no more. You don't get that no more.
No, and now a lot of the schools, their budgets are cut. They have to cut out different, like they don't get art and they don't get music and
Right,
different
right.
things like that. So it's just not, we're not doing justice to these young kids
No.
coming up. They're not
I
getting
mean,
the
my
kind of
daughter did
educations that we got.
my daughter did music,
Hmm.
and we happened to buy the clarinet through it was called Ross Music. It was out of New Bedford. You know, we had gone there because you can rent the things from the school. But I went to this Ross music store, which was where I got my first accordion when I
Okay.
was a kid in New Bedford. And we went to see him, and we got an accordion, a clarinet at a really good price, and it was beautiful. And we didn't have to make payments on it,
Hmm.
you know. But I mean, they just they just don't push the kid, and it would help them. You know, they're not allowed to hang out here. They're not allowed to go there. I mean, they can't meet somewhere.
The
They used to
sports are
have
so
youth centers.
expensive, so a lot of the kids today, parents that can't afford it, the kids are missing out. It's
Yep.
Right,
ridiculous.
Exactly.
It really is.
really.
They should make it affordable for these
Mhm.
kids today.
Well,
I
So
totally
it
agree.
is. It's so sad because, like, I know what my daughter pays for her children, like to do things. Baseball is so expensive.
That might
The
go.
equipment, the uniform, and there's so many kids, parents that can't afford it, and these kids don't get to play because they can't.
hmm
And I think it's
exactly.
just and the
And
school taxes that we pay, it should go towards the kids, the underprivileged kids that can't afford
Right,
it.
Yeah.
exactly,
yeah,
It's
exactly.
not that we pay property tax too. So
Yeah.
take some of that school tax. I don't have kids that go to school anymore. I'm paying school
Okay,
taxes. Take some of that and put it to the kids that can't afford it.
Yeah.
And
right. I don't
it's
understand why they
sad.
don't.
Why can't these kids, parents that can't afford it, take some of that money and let them kids play? Why
Yeah,
should
I
they
don't
be
know.
punished? And their parents are working.
yeah,
Right,
They can't
exactly.
afford it.
No,
Yeah.
Why
trust me,
you
they
know,
can't.
it's not like the mother or father are not trying.
Right, right. You know, I remember when I worked at a redemption center, which is with a can redemption center, not a soul redemption center, but a can redemption center. Okay. My brother in law owned it, and I was his assistant manager. And I did it for 5 years with him before I had my stroke. And every year we would have people add bottles to, we called it the Christmas basket, you know, because so many people were complaining about didn't know how they were going to get their kids Christmas. They didn't know how they were going to get things that they needed. So we put boxes in 3 of the major stores with our High Needs Redemption Center box in there for the kids that needed it for Christmas. And after we got it all together, you know, and we took it in and we cashed it in, we put it in the bank. We did it like the whole month of November. No, I think it was October and November. So by the time December we had a pretty good chunk of change, you know. And then we had to pick out 3 names of people that we couldn't do everybody. There were so many kids that
Excuse me a
needed it.
second. Lisa Dawn,
who is Lisa Dawn? Do I
let me
know?
tell you something. I'm going to stop you right there. Harper totally gives me the creeps vibe. She ran over a dog and doesn't even feel bad about it. I'd be devastated. Yes, she does. Don't piss me off.
What?
Yeah, she did not um, take that lightly. She was very upset about it and was very upset about how people were going to take it when she told that story.
Don't come in here talking about Harper when you don't even know the whole damn story.
Huh? Talking about Harper?
She is devastated over it. And do you
Well, I
even know
believe she
how it
would be.
Do you know even how it happened?
I never heard of it. I wasn't on, so I don't know.
Don't
I'm
come
not
in here
I'm not
starting,
sure when it happened,
starting and
but she
saying
was talking about
shit
it a few
that you
days
don't even
ago.
know what the hell you're talking about.
Don't start rumors, Lisa Dawn, please.
Yeah, Lisa Dawn, we don't need all that drama over here.
This is a
You're
drama-free
welcome, but
channel.
let's not talk about people who aren't here, and you
They can't
obviously didn't
defend
hear the whole
themselves.
story.
Right.
I had a puppy one time had mange real bad, and I spent like $400, which this was 25 plus years ago. Spent over $400 to get the mange cleared up. And
Right.
after we got the mange cleared up, she got out one day and she got hit
Allison,
by a
it's a
car.
friend of ours in Purple's chat. And it's just like people go at certain people
Yeah.
in YouTube community. And it
Well,
just
they,
that
they
comment
don't
just
need to.
pissed me off.
And Allison, I try not to have the drama over here. That's what, the people that are in Purples that comes to this channel is for us not to have that drama. It's not for it to be here. And
Yeah, I'm
Harper
sorry,
is
living my best life. I just
a
saw that
really
comment.
good,
And it
she's a really
pissed me
good
off.
person that has had some issues. Well, I don't know why my thing is not working to let me take the comments back off after I show the comment. Let me see if this one will work.
Yeah, I
Having
don't know.
problems. Mm-mm. It won't let me take it down, but oh well.
I bet it is, Kirsten. She's a very, very sensitive person.
Well, I wouldn't have said something if that didn't come across.
No,
And
I
that
know.
just
I missed
pissed me
it.
off.
I didn't. All I saw was when Sasha was responding, asking, "Oh, when did that happen?" So I had to go back up and look for that comment. But I don't think I know who that Lisa Dawn is.
I
I
know.
don't. I may or I may not. I don't know. I don't know everybody who goes in Purple's
Follow it
chat.
right there.
But you're right, Savannah. We don't need the drama over here.
No.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
It's okay. I know it's. Yeah, my daughter says, "Yeah, no drama." Her mama can't
Right.
take too much drama. She knows that.
No, I just call people out on their
like
bullshit.
drama.
Oh, I'm glad you did because she doesn't need to come over here and act like that.
No.
No need for that. There was no reason to have that comment even come in here. We weren't even talking about anything concerning her or dogs or anything like that.
Right. Right.
I mean, you're welcome to comment on whatever we are discussing, but
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. That just fucking pissed. Oh, sorry. You know how I get.
I'm so sorry that you're having so much pain,
Who?
Savannah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
getting a lot of pain with her hip.
yeah.
Past few days, I could bite a nail in half. I know that pain. That's
I love
Yeah.
your
horrible.
lady.
That's good though, Savannah. You want to sleep a lot.
Yeah.
You want to let it heal.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kristen. Hi, Mystery Sky. Well, it wasn't really an interview. It was more just like a chit chat, but he is so cool. I just enjoy talking to him. And we touched on quite a few subjects I didn't think we
Yeah.
would touch on. So it was good.
It's so hard because we've known him for a while. So a lot of these things we already know, about him. But he is a great guy, He has a great personality.
I was shocked that he even agreed to do it. So I was
Well, I've
happy.
seen him go on a few different channels and talk to
Yeah.
a few different people. So,
Savannah said, I don't
very
know
comfortable.
how I could get injured using the bathroom. Oh, she has metal in her hip she had a really bad car accident.
Yeah, she did.
And she said the metal in my hip is killing me. If y'all haven't gone over to Savannah's channel and subbed and watched her video about her accident, y'all need to.
Yes, she has a great channel.
Mm-hmm. And y'all drop your links if you want to. I know some people say they don't want more subs, but you're more than welcome to. Yeah, don't break a hip. Exactly. I have a friend that had, I think she's 72, and she had her hip replaced, and she's doing good. She's actually walking almost normal. So she's doing really good with hers.
Well, that's good.
Past Master, I'm glad you're showing us your support, and you don't have to worry about behaving. I've never heard you say anything bad or out of the way.
No,
I know
he's a
you were
good
talking
guy.
about ghost hunting last night or something. I caught part of that conversation.
Yeah, the paranormal. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was a good conversation.
Wow. So Sausage Jade said she fell and cracked her tailbone.
Ooh.
That's painful. Painful, painful, painful. I fell on ice one time when I lived up in Indiana. And I mean, my feet went completely out from under me, and I came hard down on the ice and broke my tailbone. And there's not a whole lot they can do for a broken tailbone. But I still, I don't even know, 30 some years later, I can't sit in a metal folding chair. It just, that pressure on my tailbone is just too much.
Wow.
Miss Norma, you've been quiet. You haven't said a whole lot.
I'm just listening.
Oh, she said her tailbone's a little sore, but on each side of her back is where she hurts. Yeah.
Right.
I don't doubt that one bit. Oh, I should have seen you the other night, Past Master. Were you not behaving? Yeah, I mean, most people want to get more subs. I don't know anybody that, is really liking having a channel that doesn't want to get more subs. I've been going all over to all kinds of different channels, meeting different people. I like it.
Yeah, when it comes to your hips and your knees and your ankles, boy, oh boy, if you do anything to them, as you get older, like they told me I have arthritis in my right hip, my left hip rather, and it's better now that I was using like a rub. It was a prescription rub, but you can only use so much of it a day because it contains aspirin.
Oh.
So, and I would rub it on the area. I had it because I landed on my hand and my hip. So I had my hand that was hurting me down through here, So I would rub it on there, and it gives you a little like a piece of plastic that you measure it out, and you have to put it on there, and then you just glide it on with the little thing, and then you have to wash your hands, and then you do it on your hip. It's hard to do unless you know exactly where that point is at, you know. And I've been taking the arthritis Tylenol because I can't take anything else, and it has worked somewhat, you know. Oh, pins in her spine, metal in the hip. Looks like Frankenstein put me back together. Oh, girl. Mm-mm-mm.
Well, Sasha, you don't have to be 60 to enjoy our program. It's
There's
just
gunshots going off here. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Kristen, for dropping all those links for us.
Sasha Day, you should take ibuprofen. That takes the inflammation down.
Yeah, that's what I take for my back.
When I had broken my back, that's what they told me to take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was the other thing that happened this week. Okay, I got my car, I got my teeth, I took my dog to the vet for her annual stuff. They split it up into two visits for me. Anyway, they come out into the lobby and tell me, "Oh, you need to come back and talk to the vet." And I'm like, she just went back there to get a couple shots, you know. I go back there and she has a ruptured anal gland.
Oh, gosh.
So right on the side of her butthole, she has a little hole. Looked like a little bigger than a pencil lead, but, you know, a hole. And I said, well, she didn't have that when we came in here. Oh, yes, she did. And that they did a stool sample or expressed the anal glands or whatever, and it ruptured. And I said, well, something y'all did then, right? Because it wasn't like that when we came in there. And the vet's like, oh, no, it's been like this for, you know, a few days. And I'm like, well, wouldn't I have noticed like some blood or some yucky stuff? I mean, anything, you know? I mean, my dog is in my bed and everything. And they're like, no, you probably wouldn't have noticed it, you know? So anyway, I have to give her 2 kinds of medicine twice a day for 2 weeks. She will not take a pill, so I had to get liquid medicine. And then I'm supposed to take Epsom salts and make like a warm compress and put it on her backside. She won't even let me touch her backside. So I really can't even do that part. So I'm like, okay, what else can possibly go on in my week, you know? She's all right, though. She's running around, playing, jumping like a puppy. She's 10 years old. She acts like she's a little puppy, so I don't think it's anything too serious. But the vet was like, oh, you have to get this medicine, and she has to do this, and has to do that. Sasha said, small dogs don't squeeze their bits after they poop like big dogs, so it gets left behind. Happened to my dog. Yeah. And, I mean, Chloe's never had any kind of health problems. Never. Nothing. She's been a great dog. And, yeah, that's what I said. I said, wouldn't it have been smelling bad and bloody and something? But they were like, no.
Well, if they did screw up, they're not going to tell you that.
Well, no. But hopefully it's it's antibiotic and anti-inflammatory that I'm having to give her. Well, and I've had her glands cleaned out before whenever she's had a bath done. You know, though, like that's part of they do with the bath, but I didn't know that they could rupture like that.
You don't go back with her when she goes to the vet?
Well, I did last month when she actually had her physical and got her rabies shot. And then this visit was only supposed to be to get the rest of her shots. And because of how much it costs, they let me split it into 2 payments. So I had to go twice instead of once. And so they asked me, did I want to go back? And I said, well, I don't think I need to see the vet because she's just getting these other 2 shots. And they said, no, you don't have to. So I didn't. I wish now I had, because I would have liked to have seen what they did, you know. And then the girl charged me wrong, and I had to stand there and argue with her about how much I was supposed to be paying. And then she realized she charged me for the physical on both visits instead of I paid for the physical on the first visit. I shouldn't have had to pay a physical cost on the second visit. So she finally got that straightened out, but I was just like, you know, upset because I don't know if they did it or if I did it or. Well, it just looks like a little hole. It doesn't look like a big hole. I don't know. It's kind of gross.
When they have those glands that get filled with whatever it is, it's the poop, I believe. You're supposed to squeeze it out when they have it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it would have. And I'm not saying that my dog's the cleanest dog in the world, but I mean, she sleeps in my bed, and I pick her up and put her in her kennel, and I, you know, I mean, I handle her and I look at her, and it's not like I would have not seen it. You know what I mean? I think like I noticed it. Or I would have noticed her licking back there, or her being discomfort or something, you know.
I thought my male schnauzer had it, and it actually was fur, because he has a lot of thick curly fur, you know. And I didn't razor him at the beginning of fall, and that's usually when I razor him. I razor him then, and then I razor him in like July, because he grows in real thick, and I give him a schnauzer haircut. And it was a ball of fur that was stuck. Once I released that, he had no problem going.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I thought it was. And I'm like, oh God, I don't even know how to do this. You know, I don't know. You're supposed to squeeze it, and then it just.
I'm just saying, it's not like I don't mess with the dog, and I don't.
No, I know, I understand.
And I even said, I said, well, look, you know, nothing is on my clothes, and I just brought her in here and was holding her until they came and got her. If she had something leaking out of her, it would have leaked on my clothes.
Yeah. Right,
you know.
right.
And then he was like showing me how her fur was wet, but I'm sure they tried to clean it up after it happened, and that's probably why her fur was wet, not from her licking it. And she didn't lick on it while we were standing there talking to the vet, or after, you know, I got her home and everything. She never once like even messed back there. I'm like, so, and anyway, I mean, I'm sorry that it happened, and I know it could be painful. She doesn't act like it's painful, but she doesn't act like she wants me to do anything with it either.
Right.
And
I'm sure it can be sore, and it can.
And I'm giving her the medicine.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like if it happened when they tried to clean her glands out, that may be why she doesn't want me to even lift her tail up, because she's afraid it's going, you know, of whatever that pain was. So
she probably is.
Yeah. So I don't know. But the vet's attitude, I didn't like his whole attitude about it. Like, well, no, it's not something we did. Well, okay, then how did it happen? Explain to me, you know, how it happened. I have a Chihuahua. You know, and he was just like, well, these things happen. And I'm like, I mean, she was perfectly fine. If she had anything wrong with her, I would have definitely went back there with her. I wouldn't have not went back, you know.
No, because you know your dog better than they do.
Well,
I hate when they try to tell you that you don't know your dog, you know, and they try to tell you something that's not.
And also, my dog is the kind of dog, like, she had a toenail that was, and it's like her whole toe is kind of crooked.
Right.
And when that toenail gets a certain length, then she'll whine. Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna drop down. I want to take a couple of Advil before purple goes on to see if I can get rid of this headache.
Okay,
Okay,
Karen.
well,
Thank you for coming.
Okay, you're gonna be going on purples around town.
Probably. What time
yeah,
is she
I
going
probably
on?
will.
I think in another 20 minutes, but I want to
Okay.
take
Okay.
Advil first.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
We'll see you over there.
Okay. See you later.
feel better.
Okay.
Thanks.
But I mean, when that toenail gets to growing too long or whatever, I mean, she'll whine and let me know, and I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh yeah, it's bothering her. So I just can't imagine she'd have something like that bothering her, and I wouldn't have known anything about it.
Right, right. Because they usually let you know, They they're gonna let know, I mean, you're the owner. They're gonna let you know something's wrong, you
Yeah,
know. They give you signs, just like children do.
yeah,
They rub their ears, they they let you know they don't feel good, and
yeah.
dogs are the same way. Some people, that's a pretty kitty over there.
Yeah, that's my baby girl.
And she's pretty. I love cats too.
She got
I
real
love
sick.
all animals.
She got real sick on us. We thought she was going to pass away. She's 13.
Oh, God love her.
I don't know what happened. We took her to the vet. They ended up putting her on antibiotics, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with her.
Yeah.
They said she had some kind of virus, but she come
My
back.
husband had a long-haired orange female tabby, orange tabby. Now they're very rare,
Yeah.
and he had her for 16 years, and she was going blind.
Yeah.
And she was starting to bump into walls, and she wasn't making it to the litter box. She wasn't going in it. She was going out of it. And he had two other cats that were, you know how cats are. They know when one's gonna pass. They go after them. They
Yeah.
antagonize them, and that's what they were doing to her. So he finally had her put down. But she was a beautiful
Oh,
cat.
my dog wouldn't let her go down. Our big
Yeah.
dog, because she picks at him. He's a big
Yeah.
lab, German Shepherd mix, and she picks at him all the time. And when she quit picking at him, he'd go over and nudge her and
And say, "What's wrong with you? Yeah, come
drag
on
her out
after
and
me."
play
Yeah,
with him, and
yeah.
he wasn't. He kept his eye on her. He wouldn't let nobody get near her. He didn't want her to mess with her. He knew she.
Well, usually other cats, like he had a gray. It's the one that has the M on the forehead.
Oh yeah.
They're all gray, but you can see the letter M on their forehead.
Yeah.
And that's a rare breed as well.
Yeah.
And he happened to get it from somebody, and he was a male, and she was a female, and then he had another female, and her nails. Michael couldn't do her nails. She wouldn't let anybody do her nails. So when she would get upset, she would grab onto something to climb up, and she would get onto the curtain, and it would be hell to get her down. She was stuck up in the curtain, and it was just getting too much. I mean, they were torturing her awful.
Yeah.
And I told Michael, "You don't see it. You're not here during the day. I'm here, and I see what they do to her."
Now,
I said, "That's not fair."
The cats didn't bother her. She's got a sister. She's a calico.
Mm-hmm.
She's the baby. The other one is smaller than her. She looks like a kitten. Everybody thinks she's a kitten, but she's older. Like this one was born the morning, and the other one was born at night, the night before.
Right.
And you would think she's the oldest. And looking at them,
Yeah.
she ain't. Her name's Pearl, and the
She's
baby's
pretty.
name is Patchy. But
Hey, you! We need to stop. Jasper.
I'm shocked Buster ain't come over here looking. When he hears another dog bark, he'll come running to the computer, looking like, what's going on?
What's the problem?
Lester can make some weird sounds.
You like my little video I put on of him the other morning talking?
Yes. That is so cute.
I said he's so black you can't see him hardly.
Yeah. Next time you have to turn a light on or something.
Yeah. I had to
The
turn
German
the red light
Shepherd?
on. You still couldn't see him. He's so dark. He if we don't turn a lamp on, keep a lamp on the house,
He's so dark you
lay
can't
in
stand.
there, we'll walk right over him.
Yeah.
At
And
the black.
her next door neighbors have a Great Dane,
Oh,
Yeah.
and
gee.
they got it as a puppy. And so Buster would go out and run the fence with that Great Dane puppy. And then
Oh,
all
I
of a sudden, the Great Dane got bigger than Buster.
Oh, no.
And they
But
bark.
he'll actually bark.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Great Dane will come outside. He'll bark. And Buster will go to the door, want to go out. And she'll let him go out and run the fence. And then he'll come back.
No, that's cute. He's
It
got
is
a buddy.
But he's
That's
filling
very
out
cute.
more now. He's getting a lot big. Well, he's as tall as our fence. We got a 4-foot fence up. And his name's COVID. They got him the year of the COVID. And they named him COVID. And he's as big as the fence.
Mm-mm.
Buster is about half the fence
Right, right.
now. So it looks funny because he was a little tiny thing when they started running, and now he's outgrown him. Let's see, mine's 7 and he's 3. The neighbor's dog.
Yeah.
So they had him for 3 years. So he's been running with him for 3 years.
That's a beautiful thing when dogs make friends.
Yeah.
You know, it really is. I
We
mean,
used to have a little. She was not a Chiweenie. She had Chihuahua in her, but something else. Next door is a girl. That was his girlfriend, and they moved away. And he was brokenhearted for a long time when she moved away.
yeah.
I was like, well, they come and go. We're
Well, my
stuck.
mail sticks. I got my mail. I got him from a rescue because I saw him on the website and he had burn marks. Somebody had put. I don't know if I told you they put him in a trash can, a big old trash can, and they chemical burned him. There were
Oh,
2 of them that were in there. So the other one was a little bit worse, and they had to hold her longer. So I got him, and his the fur had grown in, you know.
Yeah.
But he was really leery of certain men. He gets leery of certain men, and but he's a great dog. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better protector, you know.
Yeah, that's
I
why
mean,
Buster's, as long as we're there, he won't bother you. But I wouldn't walk in my yard unless we're outside because he would attack you.
yeah,
and he looks scary too.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't say that he wouldn't bite you because we got signs up saying don't come in the yard. You know,
yeah. I've got signs saying beware
we
of dog.
got people that's
you know.
brave enough to walk in our yard, and he had a young boy that was trying to get us to change our electric or something. He had him pinned on the porch. He didn't
Ooh.
bite him or nothing, but
He was taking control of his territory.
yeah. And
That's
I'm
what
like,
he was
did you
doing.
not read the signs? He said, no. I was like, you can't miss that sign. It says, beware a dog. Don't be
Right, right.
you know. It's
Yeah,
like,
I have one too.
I don't know.
And I don't think that he would bite, but if there was someone that reminded him of whatever happened to him, or
Yeah.
whoever did it to him, I think he might. You know. So I put the beware of dog. He
Yeah.
don't like my landlord. My landlord comes in and he will growl. I have to put him in his crate.
Oh, he can't stand my grandkids that I've got. My son, my oldest son, he just don't get along with him. He
Yeah,
growls
yeah.
and carries on at him, but he's mean to him. You know, it's like, shut up, dog. Shut up, dog.
Yeah, yeah. He just makes
Yeah, well,
him
you can
feel.
feel the vibe. They
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
like, yeah.
It's like you
Dogs
can't
know.
talk to him that way. You know, he ain't bothering you. He's just protecting his area. He
That's
knows,
right.
and
Right.
that's his kids according to him.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
And he's doing what he's supposed to do.
That's
That's why
right.
I hate it when people get mad at a dog for using their instinct to do what they're supposed to do.
Right.
They
Right.
get mad at them because they are animals. People tend to forget that.
I
And
think people do. I do. I really
you
think
you
people
want a dog to be protective of you, your family, your home.
do. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And he's very protective. Especially over these kids.
I mean, Chloe, she couldn't really hurt anybody. She's so tiny, but she
would.
knows this
She
is
would.
her house and her family,
Right.
and she don't like anybody messing. That's just how
Yeah.
she
The way
is.
they are. I mean,
Mhm.
No matter what their size. My little one thinks she's as big as the big dogs that run loose,
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
don't care about the size,
we can leave our gates open and he don't walk out them.
No.
Yeah.
I ain't saying he wouldn't another dog come along, but
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
people
Or
walk
if somebody
by-
was coming in,
yeah,
Yeah.
I
people
mean,
walk by and he'll run around the gate and run up the fence with them.
mhm.
But he's never offered to run out the fence.
Well, I've always
good
felt
thing.
like you can tell a lot about a person about how if they have pets or not, how they treat animals in general. You can just tell a lot about a person.
You really can.
And I don't have any, I don't know if it's sympathy or what it is, but somebody who doesn't love animals, I mean, there's something wrong with those kind of
Yeah.
people.
I think there is too, but that's because I believe that they're a gift to us.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe they're like our children. They're like a gift, and God gives you, and they're like our sympathy, like the sympathy dogs. They're there, and usually they come into your life, and there's a reason. You're going through something. You don't realize it at the time. You get a puppy, and then the next thing you know, that's your best friend.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
see, that's like with Chloe. I had lost my little male Chihuahua, and I said that was it. I was not getting any more animals because it hurt too bad
It
when
does
you
hurt.
lost them.
Yeah.
And I was not going to have any. And this girl at work came in one night and was telling me, "Oh, my dog just had puppies." And, being a dog lover, I'm like, "What kind of puppies?" And, talking to her. And next thing you know, I've made a deal to go and look at these puppies. I was going to get it for Allison, but they let us have her when she was only 5 weeks old. She was so tiny, she fit in the palm of my hand. And I mean, I had to feed her and teach her how to drink and eat and everything. And so we bonded immediately. And then, she liked my daughter, but she didn't want to go to my daughter. She wanted me to be. So she ended up becoming my dog. But little did I know everything I was going to go through in my life where I was going to need her, And now it's like she is my support dog,
She is.
She is my baby.
And they
But
know when you're sick. They know when you don't feel good.
Right.
They know when
Right.
you're upset. They know.
And I said, I get so mad when people call them dumb. Because
They're
if they
not.
were
They're
dumb,
far from dumb. They
if they
have
were
better
dumb,
senses. I
yeah.
always say, if my dog don't like you, then you don't belong in my house.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
say.
My daughter's still listening. She says she has 1 kid, 1 cat, and 2 fish. And she's
I
always been an animal lover too.
I have 4 fish. I have 1 bird. I have 2 dogs. I want a cat, but I haven't found one that I want yet. So I'm
Well,
looking.
My daughter's
Got
cat,
1 dog and 8 cats.
she's a big black and white cat.
Yeah.
When my daughter got her, the lady said that her husband had brought the kitten home, and it was supposed to be a barn cat because they lived out in the country. But the lady had like 5 house cats. And so this was supposed to go in the barn. But she said the kitten was just too pretty to be out in the barn. So she had to find it a home. So my daughter adopted the cat. Well, then we take it to get its shots and find out that it had the feline AIDS virus.
Right.
But that can be like a false positive with the mother or whatever. And so the vet said, you can either have her put down or you can see how she does. And I was like, Allison, I think was maybe I don't know, 14, 15 years old. There was no way I could. She only had her for 2 days, but I could not tell him to put that cat down. I was like,
Right,
no,
right,
we'll just see how it goes, and if she does good, she'll be fine, and if she doesn't, we'll deal with that when it comes.
right,
But I
right,
told Allison, I said we won't have her fixed until she's old enough to be retested, and they
right.
could test him at 6 months, and we did that, and she was negative. So she was fine. So we went ahead and had her fixed and everything. And Allison still has her to this day. And she's the biggest, fattest, meanest cat ever. And I'm like, don't be mean to me. We saved your life.
That's it. That's it. You know, sometimes cats can forget.
Yeah.
They can get their little attitudes, you know, and they
Well, see, and
swat at you well, and
I deliberately did not have anything to do with that cat because I wanted it to bond to Allison. I didn't
right,
want the same thing that had happened with the dog. And so then it was like the first time Allison had to go out of town, I was like, okay, I got to watch this cat for her. The cat hid from me. And I thought I had lost the cat, which I knew I couldn't have lost her, but I was scared, worried. And Allison calls me, well, how's my cat? Oh, she's fine. I don't know where she is right now, but
hiding
she's
under the
perfectly
bed, but she's
fine.
in the closet. She's hiding in there. She won't go
Yeah,
out.
but she had gotten in a box up on the shelf, and as soon as I said, okay, you got to come out, you're scaring me, she popped her little head up out of the box,
Ooh.
like, I'm right here. I'm like,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you know where I'm at, but you ain't getting me.
right.
And so, but every morning when I go to get my granddaughter, it's like I go in, I say hello to the fish, I say hello to the cat, say hello to my daughter, and then I go and get the baby up.
Yep. I would have more if at one time I had 3 or 4 fish tanks going, and I used to do the molly fish,
Uh-huh.
and they would breed. You know, I wanted to get enough to sell back to the pet store, but you have to be careful with them. And the other fish will go after the babies, you know. And I lost. I think I had 9 babies, and they did okay. And then all of a sudden, my pump overheated. It was one of the ones that were inside, and they were all in there trying to stay warm. It
Oh,
was winter, and they all died. I was so
Aw.
upset. I was so upset. Mm-mm-mm. You know,
Eli,
I
are
gotta
you
go
on
see
the
what
game
he's
system?
doing.
Eli, are you on the game system? You better not be a child in electronics.
No, Proud Vovo, we don't mind if you chat. Just please be respectful. We don't want any drama over here. We're all doing great. We've had a great live tonight. We've been on for right at 3 hours. We're just a very laid back chit chat kind of channel.
Yep.
And my daughter says, Possum says she is not mean and fat. Ha ha. She's in bed with me now. Yeah, okay. You say that, honey. She doesn't like me at all. Oh, and my granddaughter, one of her first words was at. She would look at the cat and she would go, at. Now she can finally say cat. And she'll chase after the cat. And the cat will like jump down and go run under the bed and, try to get away from her. And
Yeah.
She loves the cat.
Allison? How much?
Do what?
How much she weigh?
The cat, Chloe weighs 14.4 pounds, and the cat probably weighs 12 pounds, if not more. I don't know.
I got one
You
that's
could tackle her
22.
down.
I got my mom's cat when she passed away, and it weighs 22 pounds.
Wow.
She's a big old baby.
Okay, Proud Bobo, you're in rehab. Okay. Well,
Stairs.
we're glad you have an iPad, and we're glad that you're looking for someplace to go on YouTube.
Welcome.
Welcome. We've all been lonely at one time or another, looking for somebody to talk to. So,
Yep. We've all been there.
yeah, the cat's name was Possum when she got her, and she couldn't think of a better name, so she just left it at Possum.
Just awesome. I've got one named Tudor. I got one named Eddie. One named Bobby. He's a bobtail. And then I
Ooh,
got
those are pretty.
Rocky. And then there's Pearl, Patchy, Miss Kitty's my mom's cat. Did I leave somebody up? Oh, Cole. He's another little black cat I got. Miss Kitty's black and he's black, and they tickle me because they go around with their tongue out all the time.
Oh, we were just talking about hip replacements earlier. I have a good friend that had a hip replacement done. Yeah, you got to watch the video on Real Life Happens of her husband feeding the cats White Castles.
Yeah.
They're all around him like,
Yeah.
where's mine? Where's mine?
Oh my!
I love him when he gets food. They don't kind of.
Yeah.
Why do they come to me, not you? I said, because you feed them all the time. I don't feed them. He said, I could never eat. And I said, it's your fault. You done it.
Once you start giving them food scraps, that's it.
Yeah.
You know.
That's how we kept her alive, though.
Yeah.
She wasn't eating cat food. And so we started feeding her, some little stuff like gravy off the stuff. And she started eating it. And then we went and bought her cat food that had gravy in it. She wouldn't eat the cat food in it, but she'd eat the gravy out. And that's how we got her again, because she wasn't eating or nothing, Pearl wasn't. And I said, we got to get something down her or she's going to die on us, because she hadn't ate for over a week and something.
Oh wow.
And
That's a
so,
long time for a cat.
yeah,
Yeah.
she would drink water, but get up and drink water, but we couldn't get her to eat. So,
She just weighed possum. She weighs 13 pounds. I was close at 12.
I'd say Bobby Cat or Bobtail Cat. I'd say that's what he weighs, because he's heavy. He's bigger than most of our cats. Well, he's the biggest cat we got.
No, Proud Bobo, you can actually chat with people.
Yeah.
Yep. It's fun. Gives you a way to meet people without having to leave. Like you said, you're in the hospital now in rehab, and when you get home, you may not be able to go out too much, but you can always come on YouTube and find people willing to talk.
Right.
We're going to have another live Sunday on Real Life Happens channel at 4:00. And I'm starting something. I'm going to try it tomorrow night. I don't know. I haven't gotten anybody willing to do it yet, but I'm going to have talent crafts showcase. So anybody can come up and can do a talent, can show us a craft. The other night we had such a good discussion about the diamond painting and the wood burning and all of that stuff. So I want y'all to be thinking about what kind of talent you can come up and show us.
Well,
I haven't done diamond. I would love to diamond paint, but since my eyes have been so bad.
I know, but Brenda, you can just come up and tell us a funny story.
Yeah.
You're a great storyteller.
Yeah.
And so anyway, it's going to take some time to figure out what everybody wants to do and everything, but I'd like to do that on Friday nights, try to have a special guest, and then on Saturday night, try to showcase somebody's talent or their crafts or, whatever. Sasha says, I play guitar, piano, and drums. Ooh, see?
Wow. You've got a beautiful
Sasha, I also
voice.
know you can sing.
I
I heard you
can.
sing before.
She can. She's got a beautiful voice. We had fun with her on Buddies before.
Yes. So see, there's a lot of things, and I know somebody who does karaoke, and I'm sure I can get the program thing that's for YouTube, so we won't get
struck
or whatever, and we can do karaoke and just whatever, people want to do just to have fun.
Lord, I couldn't do karaoke. I'd scare y'all away.
My daughter says she can sing off key. So can I.
Yeah,
So can I.
Tone deaf, but hey, wouldn't it be fun to try? You know?
You know, I used to do it with Tony, and Tony would go way off. Tony would, I don't know. I would try, you know, and I think it was oh, I can't think of her name now. She's from oh, the Tavern. She said, if you could hear you two, said it is hysterical. And I wish somebody had clip us. I really do. Because I probably would have laughed along with them, you know.
Yeah.
well,
I enjoy singing. I
that's
used to
fun
love
though.
it.
It's fun as long as you're having fun. It don't matter what
Oh
you
yeah, we were. You know, we were
That's
singing
right.
the songs, and
That's
she
right.
hadn't started getting struck yet. You know,
Yeah.
she would play the regular songs, and we would sing along, and you know.
Well, and I found an old recording. It's on a YouTube channel of George Carlin, the comedian.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to play that for sure tomorrow night because to me, he is just so funny. Even though it's old, it's still relevant for today.
Yeah.
It is. It does go with the time.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to play that, and I don't know what else. I'm going to think of something. I got some trivia done, so if nothing else, we can play trivia. But do something fun.
Okay, I think I'm going to get down and recharge my tablet a little bit, and
All right.
I don't know when Purple's going live.
I don't know. I thought Karen had said like 20 minutes, so that would have been like 10 o'clock, but I didn't get a notification or anything.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'll check, and if it is, I'll come back in and tell you.
All righty.
Well, I guess she is live. Let's see. No, she goes live in 27 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I knew I hadn't seen a notification.
Right. Okay, I'm going to get down and put this
All
on
right.
the charger. Maybe I'll get something out of it.
Okay. Proud Vovo says, I'm full of hip jokes since breaking my hip. I bet. How did you break your hip? Do you live somewhere where it gets snow and ice? I don't know. But come back and find us again tomorrow night. We'll be on about 7 o'clock, and then we'll be on at 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon over on the other channel.
Come back and visit us.
Yeah, we'd be glad to have you.
Yep. I'm going to get off here so I can get my kids to bed.
Okay. All right. Well, come by tomorrow night if you're not doing nothing.
Yeah, I'll try to find something that I done. I've got most of it packed up.
Yeah, I know, and I put sign making on the video thing because I knew you probably want to show a sign or something. I was like, we'll make sure I get that in there for Norma. So,
yeah.
What time you got now? Living my best life. It's 10:04 here, and I guess she's going live. Must be going live at 10:30. All right, so it'll be 8 o'clock your time, be 7 o'clock our time. But we will see you all then. And I enjoyed tonight. It was fun, and we'll do it again.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Good night now.
Bye-bye.